Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Mukluk Streams. I'm your charming self-proclaimed yet still humble host, Mukluk, and today we are back with more Guild Wars Tuesday, where we're going to be working on some guide videos and some other projects. Johnny says, let's see, unfollowing, super disappointed to hear about the embedding thing. Let me see, Johnny, in the last, let's see, you've been here since 2021. In the last 3 years, you've typed 18 messages. I feel like you're probably just popping in here to start some drama. But, that is your prerogative. That is totally fine if you wish to do that. By the way, you know what? I'm curious about something. Hang on a sec. Let's do some math. Nike says I'm getting an average of 300 viewers by, working with the Guild Gen thing. Hang on a sec. Currently, Twitch says that we have 140. That's what I'm showing on my dashboard. It updates every couple of minutes, so that might not be exactly correct, but my dashboard currently, hang on a second. Boop, 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 boop. So right here, currently says 140 viewers, all right? And if we look at how many are in chat,
any word from
okay.
outside?
Let me see what we got. So these are logged in people. This does not count all the wonderful people that are not logged into the game right now. Okay? And let's see. And going to drop all this into something to count the lines. And 30, no, 4, minus 119. Hang on a second. How many lines of text did that make? That made 138 lines. Oh, but now the viewer count's updated to 220. Okay, so that means I am getting 72 views right now. There are 72 viewers that are not logged in to the website at this time. So there's 72 viewers that might be seeing it through the embed, or they might be watching on Twitch and they're not logged in. Yes, there is some, but that is a far cry from the 300 that he likes to throw around. But yeah. Let's see, I saw my name. You did see your name. Grey Fox says, also, I'm so disappointed about how dare you use normal and appropriate strategies to bolster your business. I know, how dare I use tools that Twitch allows to advertise myself. I know, that's pretty bonkers, right? You mean not seeing it because it's at the bottom of the page? On Jen's website, not on mine. But yeah, I as I've already said, I messaged Jen and asked if we could get it moved up on the page, but it's up to her whether she wishes to restructure the page. But either way, in my eyes, it's basically the same as just having like an ad on a web page. It's just instead of click here to play my lord and download Raid Shadow Legends, instead it is an embed for my stream, which Twitch totally allows. Still feel bad for bringing it up last night and interrupting the disco stream. It's okay, it only derailed us for about 40 minutes. Okay, well, today's project, we've been working on modules for the, videos for the modules for the Blish HUD team. And I just realized my Blish HUD is currently not online. Let me change this back to here and go to, let's see, this PC, C drive, Blish, and Blish, and run this as an administrator. There we go. Okay, so we recently did a video for the pathing guy, and that one is done. That is up. It is a great success. We've made the raw version of the video for Regions of Tyria team. They are currently waiting on that one. Noxxi is editing that one as we speak. Next up, going to be doing this. For anyone who's ever used Radial Mount Menu or Mounts and More, that is what I am going to be working on today. So I'm going to be, let's see, go ahead and do the daily routine, get that out of the way, get that money that I always give to you guys every Tuesday, and then we're going to be working on the mount wheel stuff to teach people how to use that. Let's see. Hey, look, a blue chest, what could that be? A blue chest? How dare you try to earn money with honest means with public, easy access to comparable data? It's not even earning money. There's no ads on it or anything. It helps the visibility, so it helps a little bit with growth. I keep posting the pin for your YouTube. You keep Oh. Got it. Okay, done. The blue shaky chest above the minimap. Oh yeah, what is that? New release available, Blush HUD. Keybinds now only trigger when the exact combination is selected. Clicks won't trigger for commands the click didn't start on. DPI scale. Bro, what? They made patch notes look like a treasure chest? That's pretty cool. Added open program data folder open to the tray icon. Module fatal errors now displays the reason in a tooltip. Added menu click sounds to the menus. New settings to mute Blush when the game is muted. Major rewrite of Arc DPS service. Wait, what? I didn't know you could use Arc DPS through Blush HUD. What is... I'm gonna have to ask about that. That is pretty rad. That is very clever from them. Because I gotta say, when they have like a little dot up there, I can ignore that for weeks. That's pretty cool. Let's see if it restarts on its own. Yeah, it just finished restarting. Hang on, drink of water. I want to know more about Arc through Blush. Yeah, that was pretty confusing. Let me see. Let me go to the module repo. Do they have Arc in here? No, not that I see. I can ask them. Let me see. Hang on a sec. I'm going over to the Blush HUD Discord. Let's see. General. Just saw the blue treasure chest patch notes. Very cool. Great idea. It had mention of Arc DPS. I thought Arc DPS didn't work via Blush. Did something change? Question mark. Alright. Don't know when they'll see that question, but I have submitted it. ANET priority team just got a... ANET UI team just got a priority 1 ticket in Jira. I understand, Jira. No, I don't think... I don't think they'd be bothered by that. I mean, we've already got the Blush icons up here snapped to the dock at the top. I saw that yesterday. I was going to ask about the Arc thing because I didn't see it in Blush. Yeah, that's Arc DPS is the only add-on I use that I don't do through Blush because to my knowledge it doesn't work there. So that is new freaking information. What's the purpose of not allowing people to use Springer Raptor Warclaw treats more than once a day in my homestead? I can only buy them once. I assume it's to time gate you so that even if you're rich, you can't just buy like 500 treats and then finish all the masteries in a second. And not many people would be able to do that anyway, but I assume that that is the reason that they did that. They want everyone, even the rich players, to take their time. I still haven't finished all of my, what is it, masteries in Janthier. The last few that I didn't really care about, I've just been getting slowly from each day when I mine the homestead. I get like 50 to 100k XP, and that's just like slowly filling them up. Muk, what's the fastest way to get leyline sparks? Off the top of my head, I don't know. I'll say, like, just with how much time I have in the game, I routinely fill up on those. But as far as, like, a place to farm them, I would recommend going to its wiki page and looking for where it drops. And see if there's any spots that catch your eye. That is not something I've ever had to focus on, so I'm not sure. Ain't it putting a ticket? Third-party add-on has a chest that opens patch notes. Why don't we have this? Oh, so you're saying it in a write that down kind of way, not in a punish them kind of way. Yeah, that honestly is a genius idea. Honestly, they put some of my most popular videos is me just reading patch notes, so it would make that no longer needed. Hey. Someone just woke up. What do you think about push, but skip to the part where Willbender needs to be removed? Willbender hits really freaking hard. Willbender does hit really freaking hard. I'm of the opinion that in MMO, classes that can just delete you in like 1 second if they get the jump on you should not do that much damage. And I mean any class, not specifically just Willbender. But they, yeah, it's whether or not their vision for what they want the game to be aligns with mine. I'm not sure. Hey. Hello. Come on! I'm gaming so hard right now! Through the door. Hey, Michael Chat. Hi, Seven Eternal. How you doing? How's the weather in America?
Hi, chat.
Here, spring, it's still cold. It's fine. My son goes to school in like a light coat right now. Yeah, it's nothing to complain about at the moment. I don't live in any of the places that suffer from hurricanes or tornadoes, so nothing crazy happening. Or earthquakes. Looking at you, California. I'm going to tell you the secret to destroy a willbender. Get 1 second of protection, corrupt his boons, and they will implode. Yeah, unfortunately, there is only a few classes with access to boon corrupt, and the class that had the most boon corrupt got most of it taken away a few patches ago, if you recall. How's your Warhammer addiction going? Fantastic. I actually have really come to understand how insanely busted Ikit is. That is the Skaven guy that has like nuclear missiles, but not for the reasons you would think. I knew he was really good with armies of guys with guns, like rats with guns and, you know, the missiles and stuff like that. What I did not know is that he could throw hands. He has an ability where after he casts a spell, he regenerates for like 5 seconds. And you can put him on a doom wheel, which is, imagine like a giant hamster wheel that rolls around the battlefield, and it has like guns on it and knives. And he can literally just run people over. And I actually had a battle last night where he fought against 3 armies, and I basically just had my army in the corner, and Ikit was just zooming all over the battlefield, running people over, and at the end he had like 1,500 kills solo. And then I immediately got attacked by 2 more armies, and he killed them too. And it's just insane. He's just absolutely crazy. I don't know if I've played a character where they could just like go solo the enemy army like that since like Scarbrand. Do doom wheels hit your own units? I think it might push them out of the way if they're in the way, but it doesn't damage them. Okay, let's see. How is my masteries doing? So finish Warclaw, finish homesteading, so this is the last section, so I'm just getting that some each day. Okay, so just go into the part characters and then get into the guide making. Will you be playing Throne and Liberty? Maybe. It looks interesting. It's not something I'm like jumping up and down for, but it looks interesting. Just wait, the Fat Shark make a Vermintide, like where I could play the Skaven. They work on PvP, but I want a PvE game. A PvE game. I mean, you could play Total War versus the bots if you want. But yeah, Ikit has been pretty crazy. I have never before, like, because like if he goes north, he hits Athel Loren, where the elves are. I've never just rolled in there with 1 stack and just bullied the elves, because there's like 5 different factions of elves there, and he's there, and like there's sometimes like there'll be a turn where 3 armies attack me, and I kill them all mostly with Ikit, and then they instantly attack again. They like regroup. And it'll be like 1 new army and 2 of the beat up ones from before. And Ikit kills them. And then 1 more army comes in. So it's just like Ikit wins like 5 battles back to back to back to back to back. I'm just like, oh my god. Did you already finish Frostpunk 2? I finished it on stream. I did 1 full playthrough of the campaign on stream. And it is very clearly one of those games that has a ton of different endings. But that is... yeah, we hit a ending, and so I was feeling satisfied with that. My wife was horrified when I told her there was 4 factions, and so that she could understand it, I used the Harry Potter names. And I'm like, yeah, so Gryffindor, who was sane the whole time, suddenly attacked Slytherin, and Slytherin started using child soldiers, and so I had to separate them. So I basically became like the head person and turned democracy off. And I put them both into enclaves. Chat called them concentration camps. Off to the side so they'd stop fighting. And they're not happy about it, but Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw are totally happy because now the city is finally no longer at war. And she was just looking at me with this horrified look on her face, and I'm like, but yeah, I beat the game. Play Red Dead Redemption 2 story. Yeehaw Skyrim? I've never really been interested in that, just because I more like games of like fantasy, you know, like magic and stuff like that. And that's just cowboys. So I don't know. I might be pleasantly surprised if I ever try it, but that's the reason I haven't tried it thus far. I just hasn't really drawn me in.
To Ox by becoming the Ox. I can transform you for a short time.
I'm a bit worried about Throne and Liberty. I see them going full Korean MMO systems like Lost Ark, which is more frustrating than anything. We'll see. Muck keeps himself PG but plays games that aren't. Yeah, speaking of non-PG games, one of the patrons sponsored me to play Silent Hill 2 in October. So any of you that like seeing me get really freaking scared, that's coming back. I will do it, but I'm not looking forward to it. Doom wheels are introduced to the tabletop. The lightning would always hit the closest units. At least on Total War, when like you basically control the Doom wheel's movement, and as it's rolling around at periodic intervals, it will fire lightning out of its flanks. Like if it's going straight, it'll fire kind of forward, left, forward, right if there's a unit in range, and the bolts are just automatic. You don't control the bolts. But it does not hit friendlies with that. Now, their spells, a lot of their stuff, like, they use, what are they called? Plague globules? It's these guys that, like, they have these glass balls full of poison gas, and they throw them. Those very much have friendly fire. And then the mortars and the catapults, like, all of that. If your front guys are hitting their front guys, and your mortars and stuff hit their stuff, it absolutely takes your things out, too. You frequently have friendly fire from those things. I do more spooky. I know you do, Blue. The Poison Wind Globadiers. That's one of them, yeah. There's also the Poison Wind Mortars and the Death Mortars. Because there's like purple gas and then there's green gas. And one of them's effective against infantry and one's effective against large units. Yeah, those things are nasty. That one. Wait. Shave your beard, you look like 14-year-old monster from Dungeon. Jebistu, first time chat attacking my physical appearance. Welcome, viewer of Nike. As far as the beard, well, my wife likes it. And I've got a lady at home I like to keep happy. So it stays. Hopefully one day you will be faced with such decisions. I like your beard. Thank you, Corknut. The Beehive. Let's see. What is it today? Beavis is there. Okay, so Combs is below me. And there's Combs. And there's Honey. And that should open the box. And rewind. And there we go. Okay. Grow it longer. I really don't wish for it to be longer. I trim it every couple days to keep it this length. I like it like this. I had to turn off environmental sounds in this room. The buzzing does get annoying. Yes, it does. Let's see. Low energy matter converter. I mean, you notice I didn't stay in that room very long. And there's that. And let's see. Herta. And where's Princess? Okay. And then I think I need to get rid of some, oh. That's not good. We'll just do this. I need to go to Eye of the North. How comes that you are back at Hogwarts 2 after quitting forever last Tuesday? Yeah, every Tuesday I quit forever. Chip is giving the map a massage. What a good boy. He is a good boy. Okay, got a response from Blish about the ARC question. Not ARC DPS itself, there is an ARC DPS bridge, which lets modules use some of the data from ARC DPS if a user already has ARC DPS installed and uses Blish HUD at the same time. Oh wow, I didn't even know there were any modules in Blish HUD that utilized information from ARC. Today I learned. Alright. That beard is too much like my own for me to say anything negative. I can't do the sides that come in too patchy. I actually asked my wife, I was like, what if I shave the sides and just had this front bit like Tony Stark? And she was like, no. And I was like, what? And honestly, dude, I didn't really care. But the fact that she just so vehemently was like, no. And I was just like, why that very strong response? And she was like, just no.
Spirits of the wild.
I was like, okie dokie. She was not on board with that. At Mukluk, fake cutie, all girls on this stream are sending donations because they think that you will sleep with them. Ladies, welcome to the stream. I've actually not received any donations today. GW2, if you'd like to be the first one. Because it would make her, turns out, it would make her knees weak and she'd fall in love with you. The Tony Stark beard? It turns out someone thinking you're attractive is motivating and awesome. Yes. Yes, it is. Why if you shave just the front part and leave bangles on the side of the jaw? What, and then I look like the guy from Disco Elysium? No, I'm good. Will you be doing the Blish today? I am going to be working on the latest Blish HUD guide, yes. Let's see. Let's move this over here. I've got a Word doc here. Okay. Alright, anything else before I get started? Oh, I haven't done the Arborstone thing. Hang on a sec. Wait, where is it? There it is. I had to scroll the ports to Arborstone. I don't know why I did it this way. That was dumb. I spent like a whole silver on that. Okay. Let's go over here to the Den of Iniquity.
This is a place of refuge. Not a den of iniquity. I'm glad Fury isn't alive to see his niece drag our good reputation straight through the guano.
Speak with
Okay. There's that. I'm waiting for the radial mount guide. I can't make it work for too long. The radial mount guide. Oh my. Well, we'll see. Who says I don't do horror games or even things where you might have to run from them, so that type of stuff could end up making me violent. I do have the opinion that any game, if you put on one of those, like, VR headsets, becomes a horror game. Like, Subnautica's a survival game, but if you're wearing the VR headset, it becomes a horror game. Did you make Blish HUD? No, but I am doing a collaboration with the guys who make Blish HUD to make guides for their modules. So the end goal is that when someone asks them any of the frequently asked questions, they can just shoot them a video, and it will, one, like, my videos get views, that's what I get out of it, and two, they will be able to relieve a lot of the stress on their Discord where they are constantly answering questions and helping people. He's user support? Kind of. Basically, everyone else that works on Blish HUD is a programmer, so I'm absolutely the dumbest guy in the room. I'm just the, oh, look at me, jingle some keys YouTuber. And I'm using that power to make them some guide videos. So essentially, what we're going to do here is this right here is Mounts and More. For anyone who's never seen it, once you've set it up, you can hold down one button and then mouse over any mount and release that button in order to get on that mount. So it effectively allows you to have all your mounts on a single key. Very handy when this game has so many mounts. And it's just a useful thing. You can also have the skiff and stuff on there too, I'm pretty sure. So that's all of them, and that's what it does. Now, I have been using this for a long time to the point that I don't even remember the hotkeys for some of my mounts without the mount wheel. So that is what this does, and very handy thing. There is another one called Radial Mount Menu that I have a video for already that is a few years old, and Radial Mount Menu is awesome. But it's also quite dated. This one is up to date and works, here and now.
Oops.
I've tried to make the item search work recently, but it's loading endlessly. Not sure why that's happening. But I will say the Blish HUD Discord is extremely helpful people, so if you get stuck on anything, don't hesitate to ask them. Colors from Chaos, Sandra, Jay, thank you guys for the sub. Appreciate that. Welcome. Thank you for the support. Okay, so let's go over this. Alright, so first off, this is a chunk of the guide from the pathing thing. So this is going to be for Mounts and More. So let me just confirm that they haven't changed the name of it. So I'm just going to go to the module repo, and I'm going to search Mounts and More. There it is. Yep. Mounts, mastery skills, and novelty icons in a radial, icon rows, and corner icons. Settings need to be configured before using this module. Let me go over to the Blish HUD. Let me see. Did they ever reply on this? Let's see. The only answer documentation. As mentioned, Uton did extra icons for each other.
Interesting.
Who's the dev for that one? Benny should know. See, Benny, developer Benny should know the main features and pain points for users for mounts and more. I've never tried it because I use mount hotkeys instead. The old mounts module version only had those mount buttons with the mount wheel, I think. Benny added that. Sometimes people are confused by the non-wheel mount buttons and want to know how to remove them, but the main pain point seems to be setting up the key bindings correctly, and that mouse button key bindings don't work in Blish. Mounts and More has a setup guide too. I have documentation of people sometimes don't want to read or cannot read. What if the developer said sometimes people cannot read? It would be cool if you would include the version 1.5.0 changes in there as an exclusive. Okay, hold on a second. All right, so he sent me this. So this is the module page for Mounts and More. Wow, my icons look very different from that. Add mounts, mastery skills, and novelty icons in the form of radial, icon rows, and corner icons. Custom icons out of combat queuing and automatically loading after map change for mounts only. Settings need to be configured after using the module. 1, enable the module. 2, to go to settings. Okay, so let's go back to this here for a second. And let's set that down. And bring this back. All right, so Mounts and More Showcase, Guild of Bloodshot 2 guys. Introduction. Hey gamers, Mukluk here. This is a showcase guide for the Bloodshot overlay Mounts and More module. What does it do? All right, let's. Oh no, turn off bold and underline. All right, let's use his words. Let's see. Mounts and More. The Mounts and More. The Mounts and More module, paste, adds mounts, mastery skills, and novelty icons in the form of radial. Let's see. Allows you to activate mounts, mastery skills, novelty icons in. Through the use of a radial icon
Keep
rows
up the hard work, so the rest of us can slack off.
or corner icons. You are every low intensity guide viewer I've ever had. Thank you, Sergeant Ghost. And before Nike QQs that Muck is attempting to kill off yours too by embedding his YouTube videos in Bloodshot. Oh my god, yo, can you imagine? Every time someone holds down their mount wheel, there's like a little bit of my stream right here. Just be me waving, hi Nike. Yeah, that'd be great. How to set it up. To use the module, okay, so this I copy pasted from the pathing one because this is going to be true up until a point. To use the module, you'll first need to set up Blishhead. We have a guide for that. I will link in the description down below. This setup only has to be done once and allows you quick access to the 50+ modules within it. After setting up Blishhead, open Guild Wars 2 and Blishhead at the same time. If you run as an admin, you'll need to run that as an admin. Once it is visible in the bar at the top, click the Blish icon, click the gear on the left-hand side if it isn't already selected, select module repo, which opens the list of modules available to you, then scroll down to mounts or search mounts in the box at the top and click install on the Mounts and More module. After install is completed, which should only take a few seconds, click on Manage Modules below the repo. Okay, so we're gonna do a few things here. So we're gonna go to Bloodshot, and we're gonna go to Manage Modules, Mounts and More, and I am going to go to Delete Module. All right, so we're gonna follow the instructions we just said. We're gonna go here and go to Mounts, and install this module. It says Bloodshot has to restart. Okay. So, if it prompts you for a restart of Bloodshot at the bottom of the window, click that. It should only take a few seconds. Okay. So, let's go ahead and let it restart. Dan Trino, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate you. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Chip? Yeah, Chip is currently a loaf. Alright, so Blish HUD is open once again. I just saw Regions of Tyria go off. Are you going to try Heal Catalyst after the balance patch? It's probably going to be better to play now than it was before. Okay. So, that is done. If it prompts you for restart a blush HUD at the bottom of the window, click that. After install is completed, which should only take a few seconds, click on Manage Modules below, below the repo. Okay, Manage Modules. And then go to Mounts and More. So select Mounts and More. Click Enable Module if it isn't already enabled. Okay. Boop. Alright. So then there's a bit here about the API, because the pathing program uses the API. So I'm just going to say, click Settings. Alright. So, what do we have here? Alright, so Settings. The main thing here is whatever your key bindings are, you need to have them match. So, if I go to... Let me do this. Let's see. Controls. Okay. Here we go. So, at this point, we need to attach, to match your key bindings for each of your mounts from Guild Wars 2 into the add-on. So, for example, if you use, what's one that I'm using? Z to mount on your Warclaw, you will put Z in that box. If you want to free up key bindings, this is a great time to change them to ones that are out of the way that you would never accidentally hit, such as the bracket keys. Remember, you can press F11 in game and go to Control Options and scroll down to Mounts to have these windows side by side to make sure that the bindings all match. Okay. Alright. I believe they said that mouse buttons don't work for this. Let me see. Some people are confused by the non-wheel mount buttons and the main pain point seems to be setting up key bindings correctly and that mouse button keybinds don't work in Blish. Special note here, for those with gamer mice, mouse button inputs may not work in Blish. You may, if you have trouble getting a key binding to work that uses a mouse button for one of the mounts, change it to a key binding that does not use the mouse to see if that fixes it. And again, I'm going to send this script to the developers of the module and see how they feel about it. They might ask me to change the phrasing of some of this. I know what gamer mice actually means. What? Is gamer mice a bad word now? Oh my god. What? Well, see, special note here for those with, for those who use mouse buttons for mounts. Alright, there we go. There we go. For a brief moment, the phrase with the image of a living mouse wearing an RGB headset playing an FPS. Oh my god. Because of what has happened, you know how people will say gamer words if someone says like a really, really bad word on the internet? Now I'm just imagining like some mouse playing a first-person shooter and like cussing into the microphone. Okay. Let's see. How bad is the damage against the Necros this patch? The next patch is what, October 8th? And they are really, really hitting support Scourge with a bat. We'll see if that changes. Okay. A couple of entries here. Change the key binding that does not use the mouse to see if that fixes it. Okay, so we basically match all these up. Now, what do we have here? So, key binding. All right. After matching all of your mount keys between Guild Wars 2 and Mounts and More. Let me redo that sentence. After you have matched the key bindings in both windows, make sure to set a binding in the top right for key binding. This is the button that opens the wheel. By pressing and holding this button, the wheel will open. Then move your mouse over the mount you want and release the button, X in this case, and it will do the mount key for that mount. Okay. Any chance, do you have a YouTube guide for graphics settings in Guild Wars 2? I started doing raid strikes, etc., and it's just one giant light show. I get lost in the shuffle between AoE markers versus the bosses. Hey, oh crap, it's Chris. Main bit of feedback I can give for that is character model limit. You can turn down, if you're like an open world and you're fighting a bunch of stuff, this will reduce how many people you see. You see right here, if you look right in front of me, a lot of people, like there's still floating names, but people disappeared. This is the #1 source of lag in like big open world stuff. In a raid, this isn't going to do much for you. If you're in like a raid, you might need to turn down some of the other stuff related to like spells and things like that. Shame too, because apparently Heal Scourge was really good. Was going to try it at some point, but yes, Reaper it is when I do make a Necro. Heal Scourge is... Not only is it really good, but it also was very unique. Like, most MMOs didn't have anything like it, so I'm very sad to see that go. Okay. Now, this window, I have not gone in here and messed with anything in here in a very long time. So I need to browse through this and see if there's anything else here. If I click documentation, does that just open the same... It opens the same thing. Okay. So let's see if there's anything here that I didn't already know. So let's see. General settings. On the left you see a list of actions with their keybinds and icons. Keybinds in the module need to match the ones in your in-game settings. Match the keybindings to the game settings and configure the module. Okay, green and green. Okay, so like skiff and chat stuff that. Okay, so this is actually, wow, this is actually pretty well done. So like they show like this is the module and it's like, okay, green is your mounts and here's the mounts, and then blue is fishing, skiff, jadebot, waypoint, and then that's there. And yellow is chair, music, etc. And that is over there. And then in-game jump key binding is space. I didn't know it ever asked for that. Used to detect gliding better for is player gliding or falling radial context. Okay, so that's what that is. Let's see, keybind behavior radial. Okay, so what if I change this? What if I say default? Okay, hang on a second. Well, now it's not working at all. Let's go back to radial. Okay, there's the radial again. Now it's disabled. I actually don't know what default does there. I might have to ask them. Okay. So, let's see. I don't think I've ever changed this stuff, but you'll want to do that. Okay. Alright, so let's set this over here. And where's the word dock? Right there. All right. Side by side, all the key bindings match. If you care to add any hotkeys to the wheel for fishing, skiffs, other masteries, tonics, toys, etc., you can do this now. Or later on if you want to come back to it. Okay. Okay. So, I wonder, do they have one for the new door? I don't think so. Oh wait, no they do. Summon Conjure Doorway. Okay. Let's see. Let's try this out now. Where is controls? I know they just recently added one for the Conjured Doorway. Let's use this to test it out. Activate share. Use insert toggle pet screen. Conjured Doorway. Alright. Is my numpad already used up? Okay. Alright. So it's not currently on the wheel. There's only mounts on the wheel. So the question is why? Let's see. Display module.
I sustain Daddy Muck, and Daddy Muck makes me strong.
Thank you for the resub. Welcome. Display module loading screen. Block sequence from Guild Wars 2. Mount automatically after loading screen. Enable out of combat queuing. Display out of combat queuing. Drag out combat queuing. Combat launch mastery unlocked. EOD and Soda masteries are not detectable in the API yet. See documentation for info. Yeah. See, spawn at mouse, radius, start angle, icon size. Game actually keep binding. Okay. Radial settings. Alright, so I just added the Summon Conjure Doorway to the things I have a hotkeys for, but it's not showing up in the wheel yet. So I need to figure out why. Let's see, remove center from radial. Apply instantly if single. Add? Oh, there we go. Summon Conjure Doorway. Okay. Alright. Oh wow, that looks rough. It kind of throws the door, doesn't it? Alright, yeah, I don't know if I want that on my wheel. Yeah. Not a fan of that. Because you also aim the door. And so the fact that you when you use the wheel, you kind of like throw it off to the right when you do that. Alright. Well, it's okay. We got a little recording of it in action there. Okay, mount some more settings. Still convenient? Oh, for sure, yeah. Alright. Let's minimize that. Okay. Alright. After you have matched the key bindings to both windows, make sure to set a binding in the top right for key binding. This is the button that opens the wheel. By pressing and holding this button, the wheel will left in, and move your mouse over the mount you want, and release the button, X in this case, and it will do the mount key for that mount. Alright, so this is all blah. Get rid of that. Okay, so now, what, if any, of these settings do we need to go over here? I never set this stuff up. I'm pretty sure this was all set this way by default, and I didn't have to touch this. Like space for jump, falling or gliding frequency update, display out of combat queuing. It would be nice. I think it was the pathing module, or Regions of Tyria, one of the two. When you moused over the checkboxes, a little tooltip popped up telling you exactly what each one of them did in detail. Would love to see that for this one. Maybe one setup note to go over, settings for underwater skimmer doesn't work by default, at least for me. Let's see. Well, hang on. Let's go back to the documentation they provided, see what else they said. This is for the old guide that I'm helping replace. The game and the module might display different values for keybind due to your keyboard layout, especially for QWERTY versus AZERTY. Each keybind should have their own unique non-overlapping key, e.g. do not use B for one hotkey and then Control B for another, etc. When you're just standing on the ground, not in the water, you should see this result when you hold down the keybind. I do not see the horizontal bar. I don't think I've ever seen that horizontal bar at the top. Is Blish HUD on version 1.1.1? I am not sure off the top of my head. Oh, these have the tooltips. That's nice.
How interesting.
If player is on water surface, skimmer, delete skiff. If player is falling or gliding, griffin. Okay. Icon settings. Like this right here, I have no idea what this is right here. All right, let's go back to their documentation. So I do not ever see the horizontal bar at the top. Let's go back to this. Let me see. Picture the horizontal bar at the top in the documentation. I'm not sure if I've ever seen that before. And looking for where to turn that on or off. Okay, I'll see if they respond to me on that. Alright, custom icons. To use custom icons, you open the designated folder, add your new icons, name them like the existing icons, or after something new. Do not replace the files, use new file names and your icons to be replaced. Restart the module by disabling and re-enabling it. See screenshot step 1. Module keybind. Keybind itself, ascending to yours so it's configurable. Module keybind behavior. The jump keybind, used to detect if the player is gliding. Okay, so I guess I need to have a mention of the jump thing. So apparently it needs to know your jump keybind so that it can, where was it here? Detect if the player is falling or not for uses of the glider. Setting, double square icon, bottom left enabled, enable corner icons. Okay, I just did that, and I don't see any corner icons or horizontal bars anywhere. Top left. Oh! Oh my god. Wow. Dude, who would want that? Okay, I guess there's someone who uses that. The mount buttons are up here now. Just imagine, like, running for my life and everyone's mounting up and I'm like, Okay. Let's see. The race during festival to speed things up, people use that. I use that for skiff, adore, and fishing, etc. They can mostly, the race during festival to speed things up. Okay. I see as where they move quickly from one mount to the other. Well, let me see. If I've got, like, Roller Beetle... Yeah, I guess so. I guess, like, if you're just rapidly clicking it, you can swap between mounts pretty quick. I mean, yeah, I guess you could. I don't think it's for me, but yeah. Let's see. Alright, add corner icons. If I enable it, they go right there. Okay. Muck, have you seen the new release character in Soulstone Survivors yet? I saw, like, that they did an update. I haven't looked at that update at all, though, no. You can move and resize it. Okay. Let's take this a bit at a time. Sorry, overwhelmed with all the little things I need to add. Okay. Let's see. If you have let's see, confirm that your jump key, space by default, matches the in-game jump key binding setting. And while on this screen, this is used to help the module detect if you are falling or not for gliding purposes. Alright. Block sequence from Guild Wars 2. No idea what that does. See, I really like that, was it like on this one, there's like a pop-up with more information. But over here, there's a lot of stuff here that's really cryptic. And I don't know what it does, and there's no pop-up with info. Hold on, this is getting a bit loud. Block sequence from Guild Wars 2. Mount automatically after loading screen. Let's see. All right. When you just stand around the ground onto water, you should see this result when you hold down the keybind. Okay. Pedro says, hello, the only way to complete that achievement that lets you get the Obsidian Legendary Precursor is through Lear, ? Yeah, Lear is essential for getting the Obsidian Armor, yes. Yeah, you have to work with him for some of the steps. Now, there are some steps that you can skip by paying him extra, but I think you are required to work with him for the project as a whole. Okay. I'll just do, let's see. The rest of the icons on this screen can be left as default, or you can change them if you wish to. All right. Go to the next tab, which is which one? The circle. Which is radial settings. Okay. I assume this this controls like what's on the radial. All right, so like I've never messed with this, but I can see when enabled, these radial settings dictate which actions are being displayed. For more info, see the documentation. Okay. At the top, you can see... I'm going to have this on the other screen for a second. At the top, you can see a list... How do I want to phrase this? Priorities? Evaluation order. A list of situations, such as when the player is under water or on the water's surface, etc. So if you, for example, wanted to set it to always use your skimmer when on the water surface, or always use your skiff, you can click edit next to that one. Then add skimmer or skiff below and to the right, so the add-on knows what to do when you hit your mount button in that situation. William says you can totally bypass Lear except for the specific armor gifts. Not sure of word, but the ones that determine if you're making boots, gloves, etc. He's the only source for those. There you go. Geode, thank you for the resub. Welcome. Okay, so let's see. Is there anything else here that we need to adjust? Remove center from radial, enabled, apply instantly if single. When they're apply instantly if single. What if I'm married? When there is only one action configured in a radial context and this option is checked, we do not display the radial, but we perform the action immediately instead. Okay. Alright. Alright. When you are happy with this screen... Oh, hang on a second. What's the next tab called? Icon settings. When you are happy with this screen, click on icon settings on the side. The third tab. Okay, when enabled, these icon settings dictate which actions are being displayed. For more information, see the documentation. Okay, so let's see. So this is where, like, I added summon conjured doorway earlier. Oh, no? I'm not seeing it. I thought it was. That's the icons at the top left. Oh, no, there's the door. That's the icons at the top. Hang on. Weird. Let's do settings. It's nice of you to make updated guides for everyone. I'm trying. It's mutually beneficial for me and them. But I am, of course, not the developer, so there's like drafts. Basically, I'm gonna do like I do like a written draft of what the video will have, send it to them, and then they check it for any mistakes. Like the pathing module had one mistake in it. And then they send it back, and then I record the stuff and send it to Noxxi. Noxxi makes it into a video guide. I send them the video guide, and if there's any mistakes, then they let me know, and if not, then it goes to you guys. And then it's live on the YouTube channel, like the pathing video is. And then they take it, and then if anyone asks questions on their Discord that they can answer with by just throwing that video at them, they just throw the video at them. Is it possible to conjure the door in Eye of the North? Yeah, I did it just like a few minutes ago. Hang on. Yeah, see, there's the door. It's just, for some reason, let's do this. Hang on a second. Let's reload this zone. I'm gonna go here and then go back. Because I need to figure out if this is just like I hit a wrong button somewhere and I gotta fix it. Because I don't want to have wrong information in the guide. Or if I need to just reload the instance and it wasn't me. Did not get a chance to answer this. Cagman says, quick Riftbreaker question. Does it matter if the gate faces in or out? Why don't you use the jagged wall technique to channel mobs into a line or slow them down because they will stop to destroy that wall? I mean, there's many techniques you can use in that. As far as, does it matter if the gate is facing in or out? Not that I know of. I think it has the same hit points no matter which side of it they're hitting. Pretty sure. Alright, someone did a Wizard Dennis. I'll do this for them. Okay. Alright. And let's try this now. And no, the wheel is still not there. Or the door is still not on the wheel. So if I go back to mounts and more, and go here, we've got that. Oh, it's because it's not there. Okay. Alright, it's because of that. There it is. So there's the freaking door. Alright, so do that and then just delete it off there. Okay, so what's the purpose of this then? These icon settings dictate which actions are being displayed. No, it doesn't. When enabled, these radial settings... Oh, wait, hold on a sec. Hold on. So if I do that... Okay, so this adds it to the bars at the top. All right, got it. If you wish to have the horizontal bars instead of or in addition to the radial, check either one. Check either of these two checkboxes to enable them. The first one enables a horizontal bar with your icons near the top left of the screen. The second checkbox adds your icons to the dock at the top of the screen. Both you can choose which icons are displayed on these bars in the bottom right of this window. Okay. All right, so that's... All right, so now we understand that. So this whole window is basically just, do you want to have bars up at the top? And what do you want on those bars? I'm pretty sure that's it. All right. Okay, let's go back to the old documentation. And... Let's see. I think there's a bag of holding module too that lets you drag icons into, but for the mount one, I feel it kind of defeat the purpose. Add your new icons like this. Open mounts directory. Open mounts directory. Okay, hang on a sec. Oh, wow. Oh, this is pretty cool art. It opened this on my computer. So this is apparently the icons that are included in it. They did a good job with some of these. These are pretty snazzy. Like some of these, if someone was like, oh yeah, this was made by Guild Wars 2 staff, I would believe it on a couple of these. Alright. So these are the icons that they've already added, so you can add more in here. So you could you could have like a dentist one in here. Yo, can I do that? Hang on a second. I'm gonna test something. Do I still have a dentist picture somewhere or a potato? Oh, hold on a sec. I got it. Oh, where is it? Dang, come on. All right. Copy. Paste. All right, there we go. All right, we're going to test this out. Chat, I have added a picture of me as a potato while wearing a Santa hat to this folder. Let's see what kind of damage we can do with this. Okay. Open the folder. Add new icons. Name them like the existing ones. Wrap to something new.png. Do not replace these files. Use new file names or your icons will be replaced. Restart the module by disabling and re-enabling it. On the right, you'll see a list of settings. The module keybind, the keybind itself. Okay. Hang on a sec. Let's see. Restart the module by disabling and re-enabling it. All right. Disable module. Re-enable module. Okay. The module keybind. The keybind itself. Sending to Guild Wars 2 is configurable. Module keybind behavior. Radial. The jump keybind. How do I... What? Add dancing muck evo as the center icon. I gotta figure out how to do this. When enabled, these icon settings dictate which actions are displayed. Oh, what the hell? How do you change the icons? Does settings just go back to the main tab on all of these? I think so. It's on the gear tab. Oh, image. Here we go. All right, roller beetle. Does it have to have the word like raptor or whatever? Okay. Hold on. Let's see. Raptor LOL. Okay, I changed it to raptor LOL. All right, disable, re-enable. Okay, and then settings, raptor LOL. There we go. Oh wait, hold on, something broke. What's going on? I can no longer hold the right mouse button to turn my character. We have damaged something. Bro, what did I do? Hold on a sec. Disable module. Okay, now I can turn. What the hell was that? Wait, what? Hold on. Okay, this is weird. If I right-click up here, I can turn. If I right-click in the middle of the screen, I can't turn. It's like the wheel is here and I can't interact with the game. Let's try restarting Blishud. Is there, wait, dude, what? Where is it? Restart Blishud. There it is. Had to right click on it.
Guys, look at me. I'm
let's
so
see this.
curvy.
We're gonna hit it with tier 1 tech support. We're gonna turn it off and on again. All right, there's regions. Okay, all right, I can move normally again. All right, that was weird. That's all. That was super weird. I've used Blishud for a couple years now. I've never had that one happen. The same thing happened to me when I was messing with settings, so it caused it. Restart Blishud and fixed it. Yeah, me too. Me too. All right, so the mount wheel's not opening. So it did restart, but it didn't bring the mount wheel back. Enable module. Okay, I can still turn. That's stupid potato. Morning, Mike. How are you feeling this fine day? I'm doing great, man. How you doing? All right. So let's go over this. You choose which icons are displaying these bars to the bottom right of the window. All right. So let's again look at the old documentation. All right. So let's talk about. Let's see. Would you like to change the art for any of the icons? If so, click the gear again to go back to the main tab. Let's see. Settings. Okay. Let's see. Next to each key binding is an image dropdown with a few options. You can select the one that you like. There is lots of fantastic artwork done by the team for you to choose from. If you want to add something custom, click on where was it? The gear here. The gear shown here. And click open. What was it? Open mounts directory. This opens a Windows folder on your PC that has the icon graphics in it. You can drop a new icon in here. Name it something that starts with the mount you want it to be associated with. I named this potato Raptor-LOL just to make it show up on the Raptor dropdown. Afterwards, go back into the game and restart Bloodshot. Restart the module? Restart the module. What was the easiest way to do that? That was, and disable, re-enable the module. Then when you go back to the page to change the graphics, change the icon graphics, the new additions you have added should be on the drop-down menu. Okay, and then we have a potato. All right. Let's see. Is that it? So I skimmed a few things. I basically said if you want any of this stuff, just read it and check it if you want it. And I think they're all pretty self-explanatory. I think I've covered the essentials, but I just want to be sure. You should have an image of Chip for the Warclaw. Oh, shoot, that's a good idea. Well, this might be a strange question, but you grab the screen to do the majority of your movement. When I'm, like, turning my character, I hold the right mouse button down somewhere, and I tend to remember where my mouse is. Because sometimes, like, I'll be doing this, and then, like, I know my mouse is right there, and I'll use that to aim spells sometimes. Like, you know, I don't, like, grab the right-hand side and then do it, because then, you know, my spells will fire over there. Like that. Okay, Okay, what was the last bit of feedback that they gave me? Okay, so I can turn off this. They never answered my question about the horizontal bar, but you guys answered that one for me in chat. Okay, let's see. It would be cool if you could include the version 1.5.0 changes in there. Okay, is that in here somewhere? Control 1.5.0. Okay. Where are these changes? When I look at the module page and Control plus F for 1.5, I cannot find them. Might be on another site. I think it is. I don't know where it is. The only location I know of information for this module is here. Okay. Think we covered most of it.
O big old wise Guild Wars 2 wizard dad, share thy wisdom with us unworthy and illuminate us.
Oh my god. Thank you, Grum. Appreciate the support. Let's see. I never got the screen. Wonder if that's the issue of my camera dislocating for my character or my mount going crazy. So there is a thing, like, for example, if I'm running forward and I turn the camera like this, it stays like that. But if I'm on a mount and I turn it, if I let go of the key, it corrects. You see that? That's something that's been in the game for a long time. That, I don't know if there's a setting that gets rid of that. But if you're holding down the right mouse button, you can, you know, it just kind of will turn with you. Is there a link to their GitHub at the bottom? Whoa. Hold on. Control F. Git. Oh, there's a GitHub at the top right. This says 1.2.0. So the GitHub information's even further behind. Because the GitHub has information up to 1.2. This thing has information on up to, I think it was 1.4. Yeah. Yep. So, good idea. Unfortunately, didn't work out. Okay. Alright, at this point, I think that GitHub was Blish's GitHub. Oh, was it? Okay, well, alright, Control F, GitHub. Is there another one? GitHub Benny? I think this is the dev for this module. Let's see if that's it. Blish HUD mounts. This goes up to 1.2.19. Don't think it's here. GitHub releases are out of date. Recent releases move to in Blish HUD repository. Yeah. Alright. Alright, at this point, I think we've done a pretty solid job. We've covered, I think, the stuff that is, like, the most important that I think, you know, people would hit snags on. So what I'm going to do is we're gonna tie this off with a nice little bow, and I will send it to them as the first draft and see if they want any changes made. So, let's see. So this was FAQ for the pathing, so we'll get rid of that. All right. If you have any issues with adding or changing any settings and them not showing up right away, disable and re-enable the module and see if that fixes it. And just say re-enable the module. Okay. Actually, I just realized, let me control copy this. Whoa. Hold on. Okay. Do that. Let's see, control F. Discussion, markers. Okay, this last little bit I wanted to keep. If you get stuck anywhere, or if this video did not answer questions, please don't hesitate to join the Blish HUD Discord link down below for any help with this topic. Happy... I usually end my videos with like happy whatever. If happy mounting feels wrong. Happy exploring. PG stream. No. Happy travels. That's not bad. That's a good placeholder. Are you ready to be mounted? No. Dude, now the big question, do I keep the potato there? Now that I know how to do this, do I just leave the potato? Okay. Alright. Let's take this. Alright. Okay. First draft script for mounts and more video. Whoops. Ah, shoot. That didn't work. Hold on a sec. Let me, hold on a second, let me view this for a second. Open up my computer, go to video scripts, mounts and more. This is the time period where it is easiest to make changes. So hit me with anything you think it needs. All right, boom, progress. All right, and we will just close that down. All right, Christmas is right around the corner. Why not? What? That's a giant corner? Yeah, dude. It is September. What do you mean right around the corner? Oh, then does just have the phone. Should I see more? I mean, if less years, it should be fine. Oh, that's pretty cool. Hang on a second. Let's see. Give me a minute, because my phone is slow as molasses. It is related to what we do. Where is... There we go. Opening Chrome. And... URL.
MuklukBobble, MuklukBobble, MuklukBobble.
Guildgen.com. My phone is incredibly slow. I'm waiting on this. I've already set up my 4th of July decorations, but I'm tearing those down today to set up Labor Day. Okie dokie. Okay. Awesome. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, so, chat. Let's talk for a second. This is related to, basically, you know, the whole shenanigan that went down yesterday. Oh my god, it's refreshing the page again. Hang on. So, many of you know what happened yesterday. Some people found, I say found out, it's not been a secret. I've been very open about it, but people who were not regular members of the community found out that I am embedded on my website, which gets me 0 to 10 views a day. My website has pretty low traffic. People usually go there, get what they need, and leave. And then I'm embedded on the GW2uesday website, which I am a contributor for. I post a lot of guide videos on there. And they were upset about the embed thing, even though it follows all of Twitch's terms and regulations. Not here to argue about that. There was a couple of bits of feedback that they gave that I thought was completely fair. And I passed that along to Jen. Now, Jen runs her own website. I can give her feedback, and you know, she values my opinion, but that's it. It's an opinion. She sometimes will take it or leave it. And I said, hey, one of the things that Darren said was concern about mobile users and making the website slow. And she basically said that she was going to look into that because that was completely fair. She doesn't want her website to be slow. And so what she did is, okay, here's the GW2uesday webpage on our website, and I am scrolling all the way to the bottom. Here's her guides. And when she scrolls all the way down, you notice there's no embed. She found a way to remove it on mobile. So no more making it slower on phones. Now, she also told me that currently about 3% of the traffic of that website comes from mobile. It's, like when we're talking a loud minority, we are talking a loud minority. This is affecting almost none of the people who use the GW2uesday webpage. However, you know, as a kind of a trying to accept feedback for what it was, she has, you know, basically just found a way to completely remove the embed for mobile users. So that is done, and that is one less thing for folks like Darren's to be concerned with. So if that ever comes up in conversation later on, you can you are free to pass that forward. Let's see. Yep, confirmed. I see it gone. Good change. IMO. Cool. What does embedded in the website mean? When you are embedded on a website, basically, here, I'll use my website as an example. All right. So here's my website. Okay. Here's like all my stuff. And then here's my current stream that I'm live right now. Now, I have a sign here that says, feel free to ask questions directly when we're live. And I occasionally get people that goes, hey, I was going to your website and I was looking for a guide. We see nothing. Hold on a second. Okay, I forced a refresh. There we go. Thanks. Sometimes I get people that come to my website looking for a guide, and they see me live, and then they just click in here and ask me directly. And it works out great. Now, it's on Jen's page, it's at the bottom of the page, so unless you're scrolling down, you don't see it immediately. But essentially, if you're on this website, it can count you as a viewer on my stream. And some people were not happy about that. However, Twitch totally allows you to advertise yourself in that way. Let me see, Twitch embed rules, just a second. These, they have a guide on how to set it up. This is literally a tool that they make available to you. And some people were upset that I was using this tool. For me, I may be getting like, my viewer count on Twitch is going up by like maybe 10 from my website. And earlier we checked and I'm getting maybe 70 viewers from GW2 right now. We actually did the math earlier. Well, to be specific, there were 70 users that on my viewer count that did not have usernames in the chat, which means they were either watching and not logged into Twitch or they're on the embed. Why are people upset? There are people in the past that have abused that system and gotten in trouble for it. And so it kind of has a bad rap. In my eyes, it's a tool. Like on a website, it's basically like having an ad there for me. Except instead of an ad saying, click here to play my lord with a picture of a scantily dressed elf, it's my stream embed. I think it's kind of a don't hate the player, hate the game kind of situation. Again, it's a tool that they allow and I'm using it. They think it's disingenuous, but most of the people who are complaining are not members of this community and they're just yelling from outside. So it is what it is. However, there was a few grains of feedback that like amidst all the insults that I thought was good. And I passed them to GW2, and she chose to actually execute on one of them, which was making it no longer be on mobile to make sure that it was not, using up some people's mobile data or something like that if they were browsing GW2. Also, no one wants their website to be slow. If it was slowing down website browsing on mobile, she didn't want that, so she wanted to get rid of that, and that's totally, great. Yeah, so that is something that was changed. Yep. Not gonna lie, it's kind of nice it was there. I just came from your website looking at something and let me know that you're online. Thank you, Julep. Yeah. Another happy customer. Why did my brain go to Clive when he said, click here to play, my lord? Because that's just how you work. It was like a 1 pixel embed. That was way before my time. So I started streaming for the first time like 6 years ago, and that story was even before me. What you're referencing was a very interesting thing. So early Twitch, guys, early Twitch. They had an issue where people found out how to embed their stream. There was no rules or regulations for it. It was the Wild West, right? And they found how to embed it as a single pixel on another web page, okay? Now imagine some huge web page, like the current day, a current day example would be like if you had like a wiki like Fextra Life or a Game Wiki or something. And imagine on that web page there's a single pixel embedded from your stream. Not all, like people wouldn't even notice it. It wouldn't lag, but your viewer count was skyrocketing. That was an issue in early days of Twitch before I ever even started streaming. And that was when they changed it and were like, okay, we will allow you to do embeds to advertise your stuff, but it has to be a minimum size on the page. It can't be an embedded pixel. And that was when the first requirements came out, which have been refined over time, and now they are what they are. And so that's like periodically we go in. If they change the rules, we adjust it to do that. It's kind of like when you get on the front page of Twitch, they use their own embed feature. So basically they would just take like, twitch.tv/Mukluk or /Mighty Teapot or Loranity. All of us were embedded on the front page of Twitch for the Janthier launch. And then they embed us on the front page for an hour and then they remove it. Yeah, that was an issue way in the past. The more recent example was there was a Fextra Life. Now, look, I don't have any ill will toward Fextra Life. In fact, although I have never spoken with them, I do have the same management agency, SideQuest, that gets me sponsorships, that gets them sponsorships. So it's almost like I feel like they're like a coworker I've never talked to. But Fextra Life was following the same rules on Twitch, and they were getting 10,000 views a day. The problem was their chat was basically dead. Have you ever gone into a streamer's chat and it's like there's 300 viewers but no one's talking? it was like that, but with 10,000, which of course looked really fishy. And so they had like every day they were streaming, and it was like 10,000 views, and it didn't matter what game they were playing, they were at the top of the category, but there was like nobody in the chat at all. So a lot of people were upset about this. They're like, hey, you know, I stream, I don't know, Escape from Tarkov every single day. This guy comes in for one day, he's at the top of the category, and I don't even know if his viewers are real. This isn't fair. And Twitch agreed that that pushed it too far, and they added some new rules, and they also, I don't want to say banned, but they basically blocked certain websites from embedding, and Fexter Life was one of them. So that was a recent example that people, when they hear the word embed, they're just like, because they think of that, because that just recently happened. I'm using it in the way that they described as allowed, and some people are upset about that. Like, to be very clear, My Teapot has the Hardstock community. If he chose to, he could embed his stream on the Hardstock. Now, they decided not to. They said that it was their decision. They decided that they don't feel that it's moral, and so they decided not to do that. And while I disagree with them on the fact that it's just a tool, I respect that. You know, if there's like, oh, we don't want to do this, that's totally fine. You know, I'm not going after them for that, but just laying out they have that option if they choose to do it. But yeah, that's basically it. And I'm happy to answer questions on this because I'm an open book on this. And if they change the rules, or if someone reports me to Twitch and Twitch is like, no, we don't like that, and then I'll be like, okay, and I'll take it down. You know, this is my livelihood. I'm just using a tool available to me to get some benefits out of it. The Hardstock website is slow enough without it. Wait, is it? Hang on a sec. Let me open it. It took like 4 seconds to open. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't too bad, but yeah, I haven't been on here. I think the last time I went to Hardstock is the last time I was just really desperate to find a guide for some weird build, and it wasn't on Snowcrows or Guild Gen or Meta Battle. And I'm like, all right, does Hardstock have it? And it was like a heal catalyst guide. And I did find one guide, and it just said, like, don't. And I was like, okay, nobody likes this thing. It might get better. Heal Catalyst might get better soon, guys. October 8th, they get a talent where they can recharge their Ellie Jelly while the sphere is already out. It's Jensen says, hey, new player here. Which mount's easier to get, Skyscale or Griffin? Griffin, over the course of the quest line, you will be spending 250 gold, and that's not avoidable because it's at merchants. However, the quest is quite short. Griffin is pretty short time-wise as long as you've got the gold to do the quest line. Skyscale has two ways of getting it. The Path of Fire method of getting the Skyscale would take a veteran player maybe like a week of playing on and off to get it. The Soto, Secrets of the Obscure method of getting the Skyscale, would take a veteran player like a day of solid playing to get it. Still a respectable project, but much less than the Path of Fire version. Skyscale's more useful. I agree. Unless you are one of the incredible pilots of like the Wing group or something. For most people, the Griffin is like a jet. If you're on the ground, there's not much you can do with it other than like flap a little bit and go forward. The Skyscale is kind of like a helicopter with full, 3D maneuverability. So it'll help you out in more situations. But it depends on your skill level with the Griffin as well. I'll have to look into that more. Yeah, I got a lot of options there. Love the Griffin. Yeah. I'm currently using the Soto Skyscale method and need to get the expansion and mastery points to finish it. A week? I got mine in like 4 days. Should I get my playtime checked? No, I mean, Jazzoe, it's going to vary, and of course I'm spitting out some ballpark numbers, to try to give a new player an idea. I've actually had some people tell me that they've been working on the Pathfire Skyscale for like, a month because they didn't have the materials. Like, let me give you guys an example. There's a step of the Pathfire Skyscale where you need 250 of every currency from Living World Season 4. When I got to that step, I was like, oh, I've already got this. And I just stuck it into the vending machine and then just proceeded to the next step. Some players will get to that step, not have any of that saved up, and then they're just there for the next few days, right? So it just depends. It totally depends, like if you've been playing and have like a small stockpile of resources, or if you don't. Honestly, your videos came to my YouTube feed out of nowhere one day, and I started playing August 22nd. Yo, day before my birthday. Well, I'm glad that, or slash hoping that you're enjoying your time in Tyria. I still love this game. I have got, what am I up to now? Oh, I just passed 9,000 hours. I'm at it's over 9,000. I'm at 9,000 hours played in this game. And, I take it a little bit slower now than I used to, because I don't want to burn out on it, but, do still love it. Man, I need a drink. Chat, I'm going to, put the loaf on the screen. You keep them occupied. I'm gonna grab a drink. I will be right back. What are you doing? Oh my god. You had one job. He just passed me. He just passed me. Dude, I was coming back into the office with a drink and he walks past me. I'm like, what are you doing? You left them unattended. Oh my god. He's here the whole morning. The 1 minute I need him. And he dips. He dips out. Okay. Alright, hold on, okay, just responding to that. Was my break time? Yeah, seriously. Alright, so other things I had on the agenda for today, projects that I wanted to work on. I had the Bullshit thing, which I have done a step of that. So here's the deal with the Bullshit thing. I would love to share this with you guys. Let me do this. I'm going to do the pirate software method, chat. I'm going to write it down on the screen. All right. So, BlishHUD module process. All right. Pick a module. All right. And write a script on how to use. Wait on developers of module to check script for anything wrong or add anything that's a frequently asked question. Because the whole goal is to reduce their workload with this. And then once approved, record me reading script and send to Noxxi. Noxxi edits. Takes a few days. Send video to BlishHUD team. If changes need to be made, resubmit to Noxxi with changes. If not, proceed. Make thumbnail. Release video to hungry players. All right. So basically, this has been a learning process, and during some of the these modules that we worked on, I wrote a script and then I immediately recorded it and I sent it to Noxxi. And then the developers were like, wait, you got one thing wrong, please fix this, and also can you add these 2 things? And I'm like, dang it! It threw everything off. And I was like, sorry, Noxxi, here's another file, can you add this? Here's another file, can you fix this 30 seconds in? And I was like, okay, I gotta slow down. So like here, I need to chill and wait on feedback. And then here, I need to chill and wait on feedback before I proceed. And just like work on something else while I'm waiting on that feedback, because otherwise I'm giving myself more work having to fix things rather than just, work on something else for a few days. Are patch notes out? Is there a patch today? I know there's a patch October 8th, which is 2 weeks away. I don't know if there's one today or not off the top of my head. Pet Chip. Chip left the room. I will give you your points back. I'll give you a refund. He dipped. Notepad++ is free software. Yeah, it is free. The only reason I have it is not because I'm a developer and I am smart. It's because it has a black background, and all the times I open Notepad on screen, chat screamed. That's literally it. Like, hang on. I was just like, the full unbridled force of the sun! I downloaded Notepad++ just because I had a dark background. That's the only reason. People use it for coding. Yeah, a lot of people think I'm way smarter than I am because I'm using Notepad++. And it's just because I don't want to flashbang you guys. People who don't use dark mode in 2024 deserve to step on Legos. No, they enjoy stepping on Legos. They like the pain. Why do you not set Notepad to dark mode? So Notepad's dark mode requires, I forget what it is. It's some version of Windows that I am not using. And I don't want to upgrade to that version of Windows. But it's not on whatever I'm on. I looked it up once. Let's see. If you were to have the opportunity to add something unlockable for homesteads akin to the resource nodes, what would it be? Okay, there is already a testing room, so this isn't like a huge thing I care about, but it's just something I think would be cool. Basically the equivalent of like a testing room or arena. You know, like a dummy that you could beat on and find out your damage per second. Like it would just like spit out your DPS while you're wailing on it. And like a little one of those consoles next to it to give you all like boons and condies and stuff. That might be neat. Like a little like sparring arena type prop. That's off the top of my head. And people already have the ability to make like racetracks and stuff like that in there. You worked in support and now you're not upgrading your Windows? No. Look. I worked in support, and because of that, I'm not upgrading my Windows. Buddy, Windows 95 and Windows 7 and Windows XP were some of the most stable operating systems I've used in the last like 30 years. Dude, Windows 8, Windows 10, Windows 11, dude, they're getting worse. Windows Vista was like an upside down house. Are you kidding? Like, no, like, it's because I have a small amount of knowledge on this topic, I'm not upgrading. I don't want that crap. Dude, it used to be, you open the search box on your computer and you type in a file and it scanned your whole computer and instantly told you where that file was. And it was like 1 second. Now, it's like, oh, I did a big search, and if you want windows, we're selling new window panes for your house. You live in Georgia, the country, right? Here's the phone number to a guy that'll deliver window. I'm like, Bing, get out. Like, no, why do I have a shortcut to Bing in my start menu? Get out of here. My start menu has ads now. Like, dude, it's insane how much it's fallen. No. In Windows 11, typing anything in the start menu brings up ads. I know. I'm avoiding it as long as I can. As long as I can. You could disable that. Yeah, but it's default, Jackals. It's default. Like if you, for example, OneDrive. I have never met anyone in my life that wants to use OneDrive. You have to go into the registry to remove that, and the next time you run a Windows updates, they reinstall OneDrive. Like, there is so much stupid crap that they've added onto Windows these days. I don't want any of it. I've been an IT systems admin for 15 years. We still have XP on a few machines. Crazy how they haven't died yet. Yeah, those are the reliable ones. You can type anything Windows to search for and it gets sent to Microsoft. Oh man. Okay. All right. The one other thing I wanted to do today is, some of you know, like the low intensity builds. All right. Now, some of these were made years ago. But
Prime
they still
for
work.
my fav GW2 streamer tongue.
Stream tongue. Streamer and then tongue emoji. Oh, that's different. Squadgy Fish, thank you for the resub. Appreciate that. Okay, so really quickly here. I'm gonna open this out. Hold on. Hey everyone, Spooky Muck. I'm gonna mute that. Did I test this one after Janther? No. Okay. Looks like it's a Necromancer day. I need to test the LI builds I made related to the Necro that I made in Soto, and we are going to test them now that Janther's out and make sure they still work. And if they still work, I'm going to put Janther approved under the video so that people know. So, let's get out of here. Muck, I'll have a pin for you in a few minutes. No, it's fine, Jackals, it's fine. Thank you. Necromuck, yeah, Spooky Muck. Oh my gosh, thank you guys. Moxon, Octavia, welcome. They also force you to have a Microsoft account, which is stupid. How many people would know how to get around it? I was lucky enough to not have too many programs that only work on Windows to be able to switch to Linux. I definitely, like, I respect people that want to wrestle with Linux. I don't want to learn that. I got no time for that. Let's see. Wait. Oh, Aerodrome. That's where I need to go. Brain dump. So this build that I have up right now was the low intensity, quickness providing Harbinger. So essentially what I'm going to do is I am going to do whatever I said to do in this video from over a year ago. And then I am going to follow the instructions to the letter and see if it is still functional. If it's still functional, I pin under the video that it still works after Janthier. And if not, then I take the, I like archive the video basically, because I don't want people to be copying a bad build, bad video build. Okay, so let's start with this. What have we got? Equipment. Let's go here. So Diviner stats on armor was what it was at the time. Runes of the Scholar is already equipped. Okay. Berserker stats on everything else. Okay. Bars. Alright. Weapons were Dagger and Warhorn at the time. Again, there might be better now, but that's not the point of this. Where's the doot? There it is. There's the doot. Okay. Burrs. Sigils of Force and Concentration. Is that... Did the other one save? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. And we were using... Relic of the Thief. Okay. Alright. There's that. Okay. Let's look at the build. Alright, so I'm fast forwarding through the video until I find the actual build. Alright, so at the time, it was bum bum bum, bum bum bum, and Harbinger was bum bum bum. Let's see. Hey, Muck, I tried Boon Chrono from Snow Crows, but even with the right gear stats don't match. Is that because I am not using stat infusions? Stat infusions give a very, very small amount of stats. Like, if you are close but not quite there, those can help. But it might be food buff. Also, have you tried it with, like, food buff? At Muck, Linux hasn't been too bad at running it right now. Just an issue is it can be a lot of work trying to use the terminal. Gotcha. Alright, let's do this, and Haunter, Haunt. And the Hand, and the Golem. Okay. And let's see, after, let's see, swapped Implacable Foe for Twisted Medicine, Harbinger middle trait. Okay, add a Relic of the Thief. Okay. Alright. So, let's see, what instructions did I give at the time that I released this video? We are not in Shroud. Gameplay. The goal with this Harbinger build is to be in Harbinger Shroud as much as possible, both for our own damage and for supplying the very in-demand quickness buff to our teammates. So when we aren't in Shroud, we are generating it as fast as we can. While we are in Shroud, we are stretching it out as much as possible. Start off in Shroud, press 2 whenever it's up. When your Shroud eventually runs out, use Warhorn 5 and Shadow Fiend, Haunt, and a few auto attacks, and you'll be able to re-enter Shroud the moment the button pops back up. That's it. This is very straightforward. Doing this with... Okie dokie. Alright, so... spawn Golem, average, play spawn. And, alright, first test is just see if we can keep quickness up. Not worried about the DPS right now. Alright, and let's do that. No. Is quickness staying up? Okay, now it's staying up. That was Muck with quickness IRL. I am a weirdo that watches YouTube on 2x speed most of the times. Not sorry. It's just how I am. Don't you need alacrity? Apparently not. Alright, so first test was simply, can I keep quickness up? And the answer is yes. Alright, so remove. Alright, let's adjust settings, add conditions, all of them, update golem, and spawn my golem. Okay. And so now that I know this can still keep quickness up with like whatever gear set it had, adjust self, add boons, just add all of them. And let's see what the DPS is like. No elixirs. Again, I'm following an old build guide to see if it's bad enough that I need to take it down or if it's still acceptable. Have you tried the new gathering tools, perchance? The tentacle ones that came with pre-ordering Janthier I have. If there's new ones since then I don't think so. New ones today? Gotcha, I haven't seen those. They dropped 4 minutes ago. Oh, yeah, alright, I'll check them out in a minute. Alright, so we're just short of 20k DPS, permanently keeping up quickness, and I'm only hitting 4 buttons. I would say that this low intensity build is still viable. If some guy joined my group, and he was doing 20k DPS, and he was giving permanent quickness out, I got no beef with him. That's fine. Obviously, if you're in try-hard endgame content, you know, you're trying to do challenge mode, Adina or something, then yeah, you want to try put in a little bit more effort, but that's not the point of this one. All right, so I'm gonna go back to this video and hit edit. Let's see, tested after Janthier whoa, jackals. You just filled the entire chat box 3 times. If you were not a mod, I would give you a 1-second ban to purge all that. I said to ignore we can't ignore it. You blotted out the sun. And now we chat in the shade. I can't just ignore it. What are you doing? I finally caught up with the greetings. What? This isn't Walmart. You don't have to greet everybody. I appreciate your energy. But that being polite? No! No! Blocking out the sun is not polite. Stop that. Anyway, YouTube chat. You're the only ones I can see right now. How y'all doing? Hope it's good. Jackals just threw a bomb on the Twitch side. Alright, tested after Janthier release. Following all instructions listed above. Got 20k DPS while still providing 100% uptime on quickness to party. Oh, I didn't even use a food buff. It would have been higher. That's funny. It actually went up by 3k since Soto. Still viable if you enjoy playing it. Wonderful. Okay. So, and it's still pinned. Okay, good stuff. Did Jackals get hired by Costco? By Costco? Yeah, when people want to leave the stream, she has to check their receipts. Make sure they didn't steal stuff. Okay, was there any other Necro builds that I did in the LI series? Yes. All right, I'm sure this one's still going to be fine. Reaper, chat.
Hey,
we're going to see if
like here,
Reaper
if you play
still works. All right, where's the gear set I used for this? Dagger and Warhorn or Greatsword. Full Zerker. All right. Burrs. And Eagle. And let's see. Sigils, force, and impact. Okay, so I need to change this one. All right. And let's see. Relic of the Thief. Yep, we got that. Okay. Let's fast forward to the builds. Exact same skills here. All right. And bing, 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 bing. And where is Reaper? Reaper is bing, bing, bing. All right, let me see. Was there any notes here? Signets of Suffering was nerfed, replaced with Awaken the Pain. And that's it. Okay. All right, so with that, let's see. What did Passmuk say on how to play this for low intensity? Basically, permanent quickness while in Reaper Shroud. Gameplay. The name of the game with a Reaper is to be in Reaper Shroud as much as possible, so when we aren't in Shroud, we're going to be generating it as fast as we can. While we are in Shroud, we're stretching it out as much as possible. Every third auto attack in Shroud will give you more Shroud, so completing successful auto attack chains will extend your time limit in it. Here's the auto attack version with full boons, conditions, generic food, buff, banners, and spirits, with the only button we're pressing being Shroud itself. Remember that both Dagger and Greatsword generate life force, the Shroud juice, with their auto attacks, but Dagger does it much faster. Okay, so that... Wow. All right, hang on a sec. Respawn... So in the video, just auto-attacking got like 21k. Alright, so... Guys, I'm reaping. Oh, I forgot food buff again. One button. Okay, yeah, I think the damage actually went up. Don't know why. Alright, yeah, this one's fine. Oh, my scythe's missing again. That happens from time to time. Alright, remove Golem. Respawn Golem. Refill the death juice. Okay, what did I say was the next thing?
This results in 23.3k DPS with peaks as high as 31k. If you can add a few more clicks to this build, Warhorn 5 and Shadow Fiend's activatable skill Haunt both generate life force. By pressing these two keys, then auto-attacking, your bar will fill up much faster, getting you back into Shroud faster. On Greatsword, replace the Warhorn 5 with Greatsword 3. While in Shroud itself, we're adding one more button, which is the 4 key. On a single target, this is a small damage increase, but it really shines when cleaving many enemies. Also, it's fun turning into a Beyblade.
Okay. Noxxi with the Beyblade memes. Alright. Alright, just gonna do this for a little bit. My scythe is gone! I just had the urge to turn the game speed up to 2x, then I'm like, wait, I can't do that. Dude, it's crazy. Like, Total War Warhammer has spoiled me, because you can do 2x or 4x speed in games. So anytime there's a boring thing happening, I'll just, like, fast forward a little bit. Can't do that in every game. Dude, if I could play Final Fantasy 16 with all the cutscenes on 2x, oh boy! I would. It's a fun game, but boy, they like their drama. Someone told me that if you take all the cutscenes in FF16 and, like, put them together, it's an 11-hour video. And I might believe that. Sounds like the end of an ad when they read the small text. Side effects may include nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea, and in some cases death. Consult your doctor before using Tylenol. Alright, so we're looking at like 26k and I'm hitting 3 buttons right now. No, 4. I'm hitting 4 buttons. Alright.
By doing this with the same buffs, we end up near 25k DPS. Again, much
Basically the same as 2 years ago.
higher sub 50% of the target's health, and with much more cleaving damage with the Shroud 4 thrown in. Let's quickly talk about break bars. If it's time to interrupt your target, activate...
Okay, so yeah, still works. So... Edit. Tested after Janthier release. Using same instructions listed above. Got similar results. Actually, wait a minute. Hold on. Cut that out. And then that's... And it's been. Nice! Cool. Feels good. Alright, so both of the Necro low-intensity builds, which have been there for about 2 years, are still viable. And people can still use them. Awesome. Similar, if not better, maybe. Yeah. Yep. Alright, Vindicator. Did I already do Vindicator check? Hang on. Tested after Janthier. Yes, Vindicator is fine. Okay, Tempest? I've not tested Tempest since Janthier. Okay, don't have anything else to work on right now. I can do that one. Where is this character? Oh, this one's in the homestead. All right, cool. Good morning, Mugga Chat. Hello, Trixon. How are you? Not sure if you could deal with a minigame, especially Mahjong. I know what Mahjong is. I don't know how to play it. Let's see. Let's go here. Which Tempest? Low intensity Tempest was basically campfire and burn everything. Lots of overload fire. Let's see. Aerodrome. Nobody knows how to play Mahjong. It's a bunch of rules stacked on top of older rules. No. I don't know enough about it to confirm that or not. Mahjong is similar to poker. Yeah, I know people will like have hands and discard tiles and draw new tiles, and then they slam all their tiles down and they go run, and everyone else goes ah, you know. It's like they're losing life points like on Yu-Gi-Oh. Do. All right, let's see what did Past Me say about this. All right, equipment. Full Vipers. Alright, so this is all about the burning. Rune of Balthazar. Okay. And Relic of the... What relic should I add to this? So this video is actually pre-relics. Probably Fractal? It's Condi. That makes me think Fractal. We'll try that. Do you have full Edgy? Yes, I do. Fractal requires bleeds. Doesn't this build do some bleeding? Let's see. Here's a comment from a few months ago. The standard relic for Condi LE is Relic of the Fractal, but funny enough, that actually won't work here because we never go Earth for bleed. Relic of the Fireworks is easy damage boost since our 3 skills trigger it. We can only keep it up almost all the time. When fighting against small enemies instead of one big one, Relic of the Afflicted is an option. Alright, maybe go Fireworks. Okay. We'll do that. Alright, Scepter and Focus. Ooh, I actually get to use Ippos today. Holy cow. Happy day. Alright, Viper. And those are all Viper. Okay. Torment and Bursting. Torment. And... Bursting. Okay. Alright, let's look at the build. Let's see. What did we play in the past? Alright, so it was... Fire, Earth, Tempest. And in the past, it was 1-1. 212, and 321. And after Soto, let's see, Banners and Spirits are gone. Incandescent Tempest Grandmaster trait buff twice. Okay, so no change to the build. Alright. So that's that. And then, okay, skills. We got this thing. And we got this thing. And we got this thing. Alright. Alright, let's see what Past Me said about how to play this. Okay, Past Me. Wait, is it muted?
First, the 4-button version of this build. Activate your 2 elemental glyphs before the fight starts. Then we're basically pressing F1, your 2, your 4, and Signet of Fire whenever they pop up in combat. Additionally, whenever possible, drop your Dragon's Tooth, that's the 2, into your existing fire fields, which is the Flame Wall or the Fire Tornado, for combos. A Fire Blast combo gives might to nearby allies. Combined with your other skills, if you have quickness, you can keep up 25 stacks of might on your teammates without having to use the Tempest Warhorn. Using these skills as described results in about 23,000 average DPS, while also giving your party 25 might. Once again, no...
Okay. Alright. So, spawn a golem. Average, additional options, add condies, add all condies, spawn golem.
A deadly raid squad is a happy raid squad.
Let's see, adjust
Practice your
self,
skills using our state-of-the-art
add
bones.
boons, all of them. Did you put Fireworks Relic on a condi build? Yeah, I was following a random YouTube comment. That might not be the best thing. So, Fractal requires bleeds, and Fractal is the usual thing for Condi Tempest. However, the LI build just sits in fire the whole time, and you have to go Earth to do bleeds. So I need something else to go there. Bypie says, was the moon landing real, considering not a single creature has been able to cross the Van Allen belt except in 1969, 1972? You believe in the moon? That's how I handle conspiracy theories, chat. I just hit them with a worse one. Muck, you can use Signet of Earth instead of Elemental Storm for bleeding. I guess I could. For now, we'll just do this. Let's see. All right. Let's try this out. All right, so boop and boop. And all right. Attempt 1. Alright, so I'm just using the elemental keys and F1 and 2 and 4. That's all. Oh, we're sitting around 23k. There was a ramp-up period of time, for sure. Like, it wasn't just doing that right away, but yeah. 23, 24k, and I'm just whack-a-moling a couple of keys. Not too bad. Alright, so let's just say that one is a success. That still works. What was the ramp-up time like? I don't know. Took a... Hold on a sec. Remove golem. Respawn. Was that like... It took like 6-7 seconds to get there? That's not too bad. Wait, what? What's that? Remove golem, respawn golem. Okay. Alright. Okay, what did I say after that?
Note that if you do not have quickness, the might may not stay at 25 stacks 100% of the time just due to your own casting speed. Next up is the Smash the Keyboard version. If you're up for more buttons, then Firestorm and your 2 elemental glyphs offer a DPS increase with the cooldowns on the longer side, so for most, it would not be too bad to hit these whenever they light up as well. If you choose to hit summon stay at 25 stacks 100% of the time just due to your own casting speed. Next up is the Smash the Keyboard version. If you're up for more buttons, then Firestorm and your 2 elemental glyphs offer a DPS increase with the cooldowns on the longer side, so for most, it would not be too bad to hit these whenever they light up as well. If you choose to hit summon lesser elementals every time it's up, you can have 4 or so of them out. Firestorm hits hard, but has a 25-second cooldown, so it does very high DPS for a very short amount of time. Your 3 and your 5 keys also put out more damage, but if we're measuring damage per key press, these offer less than all the skills I've discussed so far. You can smash these buttons also, but if you're capped out on how many buttons you can handle, these are the last ones to worry about. If you choose to unload everything, you're looking at 27,000 damage per second.
Okay. So just whack-a-mole all the buttons. Got it. Okay. Just hitting all the keys. Insert the gif of face rolling keyboard. Mm-hmm. Imagine how hard weavers have to work to do this much damage. And I'm just dragging my hand along the 1 through 9 right now. Oh, yeah, we're sitting just shy of 30k pretty comfortably. Low intensity Tempest, yeah. Yep, it looks like I can say this one still works. This was a build from 2 years ago. I was checking to see if this guide is still good or if it should be retired. And yeah, I mean, if a Tempest joins my group and is pumping out 30k, I'm fine with it. Did I say anything else on builds?
Occasionally peaking over 31,000 as you get all your elementals out, and nearly all of it is area of effect, too. Let's quickly talk about break bars. If it's time to interrupt a boss...
Yep, that's just CC. Alright, cool, so that still works. Let's see. So, let's see, edits. Tested after Janthier release. Used same instructions as above, and got similar or better results. Still completely viable if you wish to play it. Okay. Boop. And boop. Awesome. That one's done. Yay! Wait, I have a button for that. Hold on. Where is it? Hey! Wonderful. Okay. That's done. Willbender. Did I already test?
Hey, everyone.
Willbender. Test after Janthier. Yes, I tested that one after Janthier. Willbender's done. Okay. Soul Beast?
Hey, everyone. Classic Muck.
Nope, that's not it. Hold on. I have not tested that one. Okay. All right. Let's get back on Classic Muck. Power Soul Beast is the most fun build to play in terms of good. I think this was actually a Condi build video, but this is the next one in the queue. Have you considered making a video on unlocking the 4 relics that got added with Janthier? I don't think I've unlocked the 4 relics added with Janthier. So that's actually a pretty good idea, I think. But no, I have not done that. Muck, I love your FF16 playthrough. Oh, nice. Thank you, William. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying it, too. It is a long movie. What's up? Chip is under my chair right now. Trying to see if he's going to move into a spot where you guys can see him. No, I think he just took off. He hears Mom in the kitchen. All right. Let's see. I need to go to the aerodrome on this character. Hey, Muck, huge Muck fan. Cheers, chat. I heard Muck's a dope streamer, and he's got scary backup grapevine. What? What? Face that? I don't know what you're saying, but thank you. You're awesome. All right. Special Forces training area. One sec. See how he keeps looking back? He's hearing Mom clinking around in the kitchen, which is that way. We done? Okay. He's done. Alright. Where's a build I'm not using? What is this one? Celestial? Was this like open world? I don't know what this was. Okay, we'll just mess with this one. Alright, so I believe this was a low-intensity Condi Soul Beast. So, let's see if this still works. Shortbow, Dagger, Torch. Alright. Shortbow, Dagger, Torch. And full Viper. And Rune of the Crate. You're not spamming? The only one spamming today is Jackals. Let's see. What? Relic. I guess Fractal's fine. There will be bleeds. Okay. Weapon was Shortbow. Viper. Sigil of Earth and Bursting. Earth and Bursting. Done and done. Okay. Alright. And let's go to the build page. Alright, we had a... was it a boar, I think? Or warthog. I think it was a warthog. Alright. Bing, bing, bing. And Wilderness Survival, which was 313. And Soul Beast, which was bing, bing, bing. Okay. Alright, what? Whoa. Hello. He's back. What's up? My elbow got booped. And gone again. He's like the wind, that one. Alright.
And Soul Beast. Skirmishing, 132. Wilderness Survival, 3. Low increase to damage. Where but the front. For example, with my current setup.
Yo, look at this awesome flanking animation Noxxi made all those years ago. Hold on a sec.
To briefly touch on flanking,
which is
a short
no
bow on a
longer
ranger
necessary.
does the most damage when it hits an enemy anywhere but the front. For example, with my current setup, my shortbow 2 skill does
Look at that.
5,500
So
poison
good.
from the front, or 10,000 poison from the sides or back. If your entire party is in front of a boss, it's okay to go a few feet to the left or right to get your flanking bonus, but make sure you're close enough to get heals and buffs. You'll look real silly if you leave the group just to go die. Gameplay. Here's the auto-attacking only version, with full boons and conditions, a generic food buff, and spirits and banners. We're looking at 15k DPS. A quick note.
Woo, 15k. Alright. Okay. And let's see. Spawn a golem. Average. Additional. Condis. All of them. Spawn.
Hi there.
And
If
adjust
the console
self.
begins combat
Add
testing.
boons.
If you have
All
any
of them.
inquiries, come speak to me.
Okay. Auto attack only version. I mean, I don't imagine this is going to be very impressive, but here we go. Are low intensity builds still a thing and being updated? I'm updating them right now. I'm basically going back to, let me change tabs here. All right, so on my website, I try to keep at least one LI build for every class on here. And when a new expansion comes out, I rewatch the video, I do whatever I said in the video and see if it still works. If it doesn't work, I take the video down because I don't want people copying a build that doesn't work anymore. And then I try to replace it as soon as I'm able to do so, because it takes a while to make these. If the video still works, I usually pin a comment under the video that says, like, hey, test it after Janthier, it's still good. So, we're testing one of them right now. Alright, so, what did I say this one was?
The auto-attacking only version, with full boons and conditions, a generic food buff, and spirits and banners. We're looking at 15k DPS.
Okay, we're looking at 14.8k, and I forgot to get a food buff, so I think I'm just going to say yes, that is still what it was when I recorded that. So, there's a food buff, and remove, and respawn. Okay, what's next?
Quick note for newer players. Conditions have a ramp-up time. Basically, we are piling on more and more damage over time abilities onto the target, so the first few seconds of a fight are not as impressive as power builds, but it really shines the longer it goes. If you can add a few more clicks to the build, spam your 2, 4, and F1 whenever they are up. Those 3 buttons. The 2 and the 4 do more damage than the F1, so prioritize those if you have to choose in the heat of the moment. The 2 is a spread, so you want to be close enough that all 5 shots hit your target.
Okay. 3 button low intensity. This is gonna do this for a minute now. Your videos always work fast and efficient, better than a 2-hour video. I mean, that's kind of what I try to go for. I try to make a video that is concise, but it's good enough that people want to recommend it to other people. So, like, whereas, you know, someone else might make a 10-minute video, and then, you know, they get more per view because of ad revenue for people that watch it for 10 minutes. I'm just hoping that people like my 2-minute video enough that they recommend it to a lot of their friends. Okay, it's been a bit of time, and we're sitting around 20k. It's been about a minute.
By doing this with the same buffs, we ended up at 22,000 damage per second with brief...
Okay, so slightly less than before, but 20k.
Peaks up near 28,000. The 5-button version of this build is to do exactly what you were doing before, and to also press these 2 buttons whenever they light up. Sharpening Stone and Vulture Stance have the same cooldown and no animation, so you can just mash them both at the same time without interrupting anything else you're doing whenever you are ready.
Okay. You. Five-button version. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I just realized something. I have a couple of wrong buttons on my bar. That would actually explain some of this. So this should be Signet of the Wild, which actually might have inflated the number of the previous tests a little bit. All right, let's try that again. My first character was engineer. I mostly use mechanist. What you recommend for me for a second chat class? Depends how you like to play. I mean, there are builds like mechanist is kind of thought of as a pretty easy to play chill build. If you're looking for more like that, Reaper comes to mind. There is some Daredevil and Deadeye builds that you can get away with just a few keys that are pretty relaxing. Weaver? No, I don't recommend Weaver.
DPSing by mashing these 5 buttons on cooldown with the same buffs resulted in 25.5k DPS, peaking...
Okay. So we're like, we're right at the line of 24k right now, so 1k less. All right. We're just gonna say that, yeah, still viable for that.
At 35k. Let's quickly talk about break bars. If it's time to interrupt your target, use short bow 5. It is a daze, but like the other
Alright, so that's the end of the DPS section. Okay. So, last time I updated this video was post Soto. And, I told my kid's been watching my YouTube again. Flanking is, Alright. Alright, so, let's see. Edit. Update after Janthier release. Tested same as above and got same results. Conclusion, still viable if you like it. Cool. Awesome. All right, that one's done. We're getting there. Let's see. There's a Daredevil one. Did I already...
Hey, everyone, cover...
Tested after... Okay, I've already tested Janthier Daredevil, and it was good. And Mirage... Oh my god, am I done? Hold on a second.
Hey, everyone, Mukluk...
Mirage... Oh, it's done. Okay, that was the last one. Oh, yay. Feels good to be done with the project. All right, so every single... This is actually cool. Every single LI build on this page still works in Janthier. Some of them, I had like one small note in that's pinned, but they're all fine for Janthier now. That's pretty cool, as after Soto, with the release of Soto, killed 2 of the builds on this page, and I had to take those videos down and put up new ones. But all of these are still function, so that's pretty neat. That's pretty cool. Nice, 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 nice. All right. I didn't think I'd finish that today. I thought I would just make some progress on that today. Like, each Tuesday that I did Guild Wars 2, I've tried to test a handful of those builds, and I didn't realize I was close to the end. Let's see. Add Spike Trap if you do you get a 10% con debuff? No, it's whatever. It's whatever. Do Catalyst next? No, I don't. I don't have an LI Catalyst. I don't know if an LI Catalyst exists. Maybe after October 8th. Let's see. Someone said there was new stuff in the gem store I had to look at. Infinite Holy Barrage Gathering Tools. Is this how Virtuoso's mine? Gate of Babylon. Chop down that tree. Yes. When the herbalists sent me out to gather food, gather crops for them to make medicine, they wanted me to stab it with my sword many times. Mini Sabbatha. Mini Super Trio, Mini Arrowhead. Lots of minis. Tin Can Muckluk. Let's see. Major buffs to the Hatways. Okay, yeah, so Catalyst, one of the biggest changes that they're getting is they will be able to generate energy while their orb is currently out. Right now, they can't generate energy while the orb is out. And to generate energy, they have to use moves. So they have to deploy an orb, use a few moves, and then save other moves for when the orb runs out so they can deploy a new orb and use some moves again. And it's a lot of, like, using skills at precise moments for maximum effectiveness. It's a whole lot of overthinking and effort to do what a Harbinger can do just by standing there, like, AFK. Because they just pulse quickness. It's not fair to them at all. And now they won't have to hold back and can just mash all the keys. Muck for medieval times, ready to joust. I've been to medieval times. It's pretty cool. Took my kid there once as well. I don't know if he remembers it. He was much younger. Is Reaper fun? Returning player leveling Necro right now. A lot of people find it fun. Whether or not you find it fun will depend on you, but yeah, it's Reaper is very mistake friendly because it has a second hit point bar. It also is capable of giving itself all the important buffs and debuffs that many people get from a raid setting. It can give itself max stacks of might and quickness and give its enemies max stacks of vulnerability even when you're on your own out in the world. So it is always operating at near raid levels of power, which is pretty strong. Whereas someone else might be running around, but they need buffs and they can't provide them. At Mukluk, technically it's one of the Grandmaster traits designed for that. True. And hopefully... Well, you know what? I haven't checked. Hopefully that is able to be included in the quickness build. I don't actually know. If it's not, then that's going to be a real bummer. It's kind of like how for a while, Druid had a trait that gave the passive generation of the life force. And then they moved it to be here so all Druids got it. Because they were like, wow, shoot, the game feels a lot better to play with this. Mug not reading my comment. What, Rajani?
Thank you and much love. Less than 3.
To be fair, that is a specific trait change that only affects quick cata builds. Hang on. Let me find the notes. Thank you, much love. Hey, Lamaution, thank you. Appreciate the resub. Thank you very much. All right, let me see. Where's 2 news? Where was the last news? It was when I said they're killing Heel Scourge. Alright. Here's the patch notes. Let me open this up. Let me get on my Ellie for a second. Okay. Necro, Reaper, Soul Beast, Revenant, Renegade, Thief, Warrior, Spellbreaker. Nope, I went too far. Where's Catalyst? Catalyst, here we go. Alright, I found it. Okay. So, let's see. If I go to Catalyst for a second. So right now...
I have so much.
Wait, where's the quickness from?
Oh.
Your Jade Sphere is larger and grants quickness and an additional boon based on the... Okay, so this is where the quickness comes from. And they're getting... Spectacular Sphere. Increased quickness duration from 2 to 2.5 seconds in PvE. So that's this. So quickness from this trait is getting buffed. Sphere Specialist is here. And currently, its boons applied by your Jade Sphere have double duration. And it reads, increase the boon duration increase from 100 to 150% PvE. This now also allows the Catalyst to gain energy while a Jade Sphere is deployed. Okay, yeah, so this is going to affect Quick Kata. And maybe even a heal Quick Kata. So yeah. That's good. That's a good change. Now, honestly, I think that thing with the sphere energy should probably be baseline, but I don't know. What do I know? See, the problem is I'm looking at it as a how easy and fun is it to play this. But ArenaNet also has to look at it to what are the top psychopaths and snow crows able to do with this right now. And if Catalysts are currently benching 40, 50k in snow crows, then they're not going to give the DPS Katas a buff, and that would be a buff. So, the rest of us, we suffer. Holy Asura all. Yes. They have a video! Okay. Break time. Thirsty.
To be, yeah, dancing in the moonlight, gazing at the stars so bright. Get up on the floor, dancing all night long. Get up on the floor, dancing till the break of dawn. Get up on the floor, dancing till the break of dawn. Get up on
Yes, they are international internet superstar celebrity sensations. Lots of Asuras. What is happening? Someone commented on my character screen, so I had to show them what they could do. Exclamation dancing if you want to save that. Let's see. Okay. Let's finish that. Yeah, Kellis is getting that. All of us Ellies must suffer as the Ellie gods cause devs to nerf us at every patch. Just campfire. Just campfire. It's like 30k. I will say, if I was an Ellie main, it would be Tempest. Weaver and Catalyst make my head hurt. My brain wrinkles are enough to play Zerg in StarCraft, not enough to play Weaver or Kata. This is no good. Is no good. Alright, well, let's take a look at Bullish HUD. Oh, wow. Okay, this is, wow, this is so much. There's already 3 pages of feedback. The heck? Noting. Okay. Alright, I'll give them more time to give feedback and maybe come back to that. Do you have the video about your website back? Last time it wasn't possible. So the video, I still have it. It's right there. The problem is there's some guy on YouTube that's DMCAing every time that video goes up. So I have to, I save it for really juicy moments because we have to basically edit the stream VOD afterward and cut out that I ever did that to not get hit with those. Just dumb. There's an easy Kata DPS build, only camping fire as well. Well, okay then. Okay, did they end the push beta yet? Is that over? I don't know if Pish is still there. I think it ends today. He purchased the use of the music sample and claimed they own the copyright, and they don't. The music they got for both from do. Jackals, you're actually thinking of something else. Like, the music for this, that is not one I purchased. It was one that was free to use that someone may have copyrighted later on. The one I purchased that then someone else copyrighted after I purchased, which is stupid, but it wasn't worth fighting because I only, lost like $2, was the potato song that someone made. I said I purchased it. A viewer purchased it. They got someone on like Fiverr to make it. Push beta's over. No, there's no push. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Okay. Well, in that case, I don't want to do Conquest right now. Are you using the AI tool in YouTube Studio to get rid of the song? You're manually editing it. My wife usually goes to the part of the stream where I played it and just goes like cut, and then like snips it out. That's a Lady Gaga song. She's taking it down. Lady Gaga. Oh, yeah, Gaga's after me. There you go. All right, what's going on here? Let's see, daily gathering. Yoink. 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 What is this? 2 days old. I'll read that after. That's... don't need that. Okay. All right, let's see. What's going on with world events right now? Event table. Fire Elemental's about to happen? Meh, Fire Elemental's kind of boring. I could send link to it if I may. The Kata build? I mean, I'm not on my... I mean, if you want to, I don't really care. I'm not playing Ellie right now, nor am I making a Kata guide. So it's... I'm not going to do anything with that. Well, is Ranger's Spear good as power weapon in PvE? Sadly, no. I am surprised it's not getting a buff in the patch notes coming up. Because right now, the Spear is competing with Sword, Greatsword, Longbow, Main Hand Axe, Offhand Axe, and there's a few others as well that I'm not thinking of right. Oh, Maces, Hammer. Yeah, so there's like 7 different power weapon sets that are all better than the Spear.
Wow.
So in PvE, it is just worse. In PvP, it does offer the ability to, go stealth and stuff like that. So you can use that, which is kind of handy. However, that's kind of it. It has some utility that could be useful in PvP. If you can make it work there, great. In PvE, though, it's just a downgrade from its competitors. Let's see. Heart of Thorns, Dragon Stand. 2 people. Rip. Okay. I always wanted the useless weapons on my classes that I can't use. I would love Shield or Focus on Ranger. No one's ever been added Focus since the game came out like 10 years ago. Like, no one's gotten Focus that didn't already have it since then. Can you humbly request her to use the AI tool and report back on how well it works? Much appreciated. The AI tool? The thing that just, like, removes the song? The thing is if it removes the song, then we just have a muted version of the ad for that time period, and it's just really odd. So, I think I've used it in the past for other things. Like, for example, if I'm playing a game, like, okay, like right now there's music, weird music, currently playing. And if that gets DMCA'd, I could try to use the YouTube tool to remove just the music, but leave the rest of the VOD intact. So you still see me playing. But during the ad, just the silent ad is kind of weird. We'd rather just remove the whole thing. Having side grades sounds worse, more fun than straight better or... Wait. Having side grades sounds actually more fun than straight better or worse weapons. Yeah, side grades would be the thing. Because, like, if you have a weapon that's straight better, everyone's going to swap to it. If it's straight worse, no one's going to use it. If it's a side grade, then you get to choose. But, unfortunately, it's just simply not there. Do you have a muted version of your website ad? No? Why would I have that? Dual focus on warriors, fist weapons. I want to punch. I'm there for it. Oh, this is the wrong build. I want to be open world untamed. If only it was a decent range power weapon. Yeah, it's not. Have you tried counter claiming?
It's like
No,
starting
it's.
to get
I don't own the rights to it. I have no basis for that. So the video.
Thank you, Muck.
Thank you. You're very welcome. In that specific video's case, I don't have any rights there. That video I made with a song that was free to use at the time that we made the video. Then the creator, or possibly someone else who's trying to cheat the system, I'm not sure which, changed their mind. And now I'm left with this awesome video I made, and I get in trouble when I play it. So I'm absolutely just trying to play it sneakily for you guys from time to time, and then hide the evidence before they notice. like that's honestly it. But no, I don't have any legal power over that. I can't counterclaim them. I would get in trouble with YouTube if I tried. Thought it was fraud. Now it might be. It's possible that the person who is doing the claiming is not the person who owns the video. That would be fraud. However, I can't claim it back because I don't own the music license. It was a free to use one. And if that's changed, that's not my decision. I can't do anything about it. That's actually something that scares me sometimes when I think about it. Like, for example, any of you that have watched my YouTube videos before, you know the ending, like, 20 seconds on some of the videos? Like, if I have a long video, there's a bit at the end where I'm, like, sitting next to my Jackal in Lion's Arch, and the camera's panning out, and there's some just, like, cheery music
What does
playing.
this button do?
If the person who made that music decided to make it no longer free to use, I would suddenly have to edit, like, 300 videos. It would hit my channel like a truck. It would be so bad. It would be so incredibly bad. And that's just how the music industry is right now. If someone says something's free to use and you use it, they can just change their mind later and screw over everyone that used it. Which is unfortunate, but that is how it is. What are we doing, fine? I'm doing good, Punch. Thank you.
All three? Good. Now let's ring the bell and see who's home.
Guess that's the meta. Make something free to use that change your mind, try to claim damages. Well, I mean, you're gonna get in a lot of trouble if you do that, but you can, I guess. Legally, no one's going to stop you. It's kind of like just to give you an example of how like your YouTube is, occasionally someone will do a video where they're like thinking of trying Guild Wars 2, and they watch my like why play Guild Wars 2 video, and so they have a video where they're watching like my video, and YouTube always asks me like, do you want to strike these guys? I'm like, no, I don't. That would be so bad for Guild Wars 2 business. To freaking strike people who are thinking about playing the game. No, YouTube, put the gun down. It's like Flute Girl in those moments. YouTube, do you want us to break his knees? Yeah. Can I? Let me see it. Copyright. Okay, dude, some of these are funny. All right, look at this. All right, Wolverine versus Sabretooth. So because I streamed playing Marvel's Midnight Suns, I apparently was the first person on YouTube to have footage of Wolverine fighting Sabretooth. So it thinks I own the rights to that. And because somebody else uploaded it, it's like, Yo, Muck, you streamed this before he uploaded the video. You clearly own it. Do you want us to break his legs? I'm like, no! I have no rights to Marvel. Leave me out of this. And then, like, here's a dude that's thinking about playing Guild Wars 2. It's asking me if I want to break his kneecaps. I'm like, no, leave him alone. Here's another Sabretooth video. And like, this is just how it is. That's just how it is. That's how they do it.
Elemental on the field. Converge on it.
There's a streamer called Thor and a channel called Pirate Software. Oh, I've watched tons of his stuff. He's also managed by SideQuest, so I see him in the break room from time to time. He made a bunch of in-house music for his game, and he said the music is free to use for streamers. Check out if needed. Yeah, there's also there's a few other creators as well. What's his name? Harris Heller, I think, from Alpha Gaming. He has a whole thing called Stream Beats, and it's free to use for everybody. He says he'll never claim any of it. So, you know, that's another one that I recommend people use. Pretzel Rocks as well is safe to use if you sign up for that. Do you even check the harvesting speeds of the new tools? Do you mean like if they have an anomaly, like how the tentacle gathering tool with the fused molten sickle are twice the normal speed? I have not tested that. I didn't want to buy them, but I'm not sure.
Watch yourself, cub.
Let me check. Can I join this tag? There we go. Ah!
For the record, yes. I was going to say, like a charm.
How do we get through?
Somebody get a way station in here.
Ah! What was that? Did you guys see that crap? My guy just bounced all over the place like a pinball and died. Bro, Bug Wars 2, Electric Boogaloo. Dude, that was like a if you blink, you missed it moment. Unlocked Sky Scale yesterday. It's a whole new game. Congrats, Lucas. That is a stepping stone in this game for sure.
Snipers are killing us!
We need to get behind the line. Somebody get going on that way station.
There's an AI called Udio that can make custom music that could always help. I don't know anything on that topic. I've been able to find what I need so far. Often, not always, but often game companies will let you, use the music for their game when you're making stuff related to their game. But there are exceptions. Like, oh, hello.
They blocked the door.
Thank you.
Could use some charges, maybe.
No need. Stand back, please.
Chat, my wife brought me chicken nuggies and french fries.
Now,
She has brought me
which way to
gamer
that
fuel.
Cross Legion conversion chamber.
The Steven says, which legendary to prioritize, armor, runes, or sigils?
And all those Dominion.
To answer that, I would ask you, do you play multiple characters? Because runes and sigils are useful on multiple characters. But if you make armor, like if you make heavy armor, that's only usable on heavy armor characters. If you make light armor, it's only usable on light armor characters. So, if you swap characters a lot, I'm going to answer runes and sigils. But if you don't swap characters a lot, then I might say armors before runes and sigils. Because it's easier to get multiple sets of whatever runes or sigils you need. It's more of a pain to get multiple sets of armor. Accessories? Well, yeah, the Season of the Dragon's amulet would be the first legendary I recommend anyone to get. But he said specifically between those three things, so I was answering between those three things. Yep, thanks. Got the amulet and Aurora, thanks. Nice. I saved this guy.
What do you think you're doing? That's it. Pull that plating off.
And smash the insides to pieces.
The amulet lets you work on the other two as well. Yeah, he said he already had that, so. One enemy Beyblade takes away 50k of your health. Feels good. I think I'm in full Berserker gear right now, so. I'm in full glass cannon.
You don't stand a chance.
You know, he says that, but look at his tank.
Yeah, don't light up until it's a pile of rivet.
I made homemade chicken nuggets once, never again. We have an air fryer, and we have like, my wife occasionally gets like a bag of frozen nuggets and french fries at Costco. And then occasionally when we want just like an easy meal, we'll just dump a bunch of them in the air fryer. 10 minutes later, you got nuggets and fries. So they're not handmade, but they're good. Do popcorn chicken instead of nuggies. We used to do popcorn chicken a lot because my kid loved it. When he was a pickier eater.
Hey,
but
look,
it got
it's the tree of
expensive.
birds. How are you today?
It's like, it's too expensive to get popcorn chicken all the time right now. Popcorn chicken stonks are way up. What was up with those turrets being stretchy? What? Oh, I didn't see it. Might have been a graphical bug. Do you ever air fry pizza, pops, pockets, or bites? I have never done that, no. Haven't tried that one.
We have an audience. No need. Let them scrabble around out there like the rodents they are. Vanguard's great work is nearly complete. Now, commit to a new beginning for the Char.
Can I just cut through?
Can you take out this magic thing?
It's not ice. It's something else.
A barrier. I think it's being powered by these machines. And that blue liquid.
Yeah. What do you think you're doing? Pipes run all over the place.
Desecrate the planet Tormag
Don't
itself.
leave anything
Ew,
still.
what? Is that what this is?
Would explain why it's so magically potent.
This doesn't matter what it is. Just
Love the random global char death sounds. Oh yeah.
Find a way to clear the
It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger overacting.
shield's gone.
There we go.
First those
How excited are you for the Path of Exile 2 beta? Yo, if I've got an opening on my schedule, I would love to try that.
No place in Vanguard's dominion. You cannot stop stop our march to
I am
exit.
probably nearly done with Disco Elysium. I have no idea how long Final Fantasy 16 is. I probably have a lot of time left in that. But yeah, Path of Exile 2 is looking real good.
Now, let's get out of here.
I've enjoyed ARPGs ever since Diablo 1, so I've been playing any of the good ones for a very long time. I'm with you, but it also falls within what Muck said about how it might be okay to use now, but companies can always change that later on, sadly. Oh, about the music thing? Yeah, that can happen. Like, excuse me. The easy way out would be to take the video, like the ad or the AFK video with dancing, and just like change the audio to be a different thing. But we made those videos specifically around those songs, and the videos just they just don't work as well with different music. So it's just kind of like grin and bear it. Chat, is there an equivalent for bon appetit in English? No, we say bon appetit too. Or if it's really like trailer trash people, they say like bon apple tea because they don't understand.
Oh, wow. This is high.
Up there! It's the claw!
Ephraim, Ember, those cannons!
Right! Get to those cannons! Turn them on the claw!
You have a question?
Iron choppers! It's Doomforge! Any scrap you've got, drop it here! We need to fix these cannons!
What? Throw them out of the sky!
So we blow it out of the sky first! Grab those supplies!
If they were, imagine they're free to use, shouldn't they be under a grandfather clause of some kind? Oh, you sweet summer child. I wish the world worked that way. But no.
I will always offer.
No, they don't do that. A lot of the rules for the music industry were made, like, before the internet. And they're still playing catch-up. So there's a lot of stuff related to, like, use of music and stuff like that that is incredibly unfair in just the general sense. Because, like, the laws haven't caught up to modern day. So DSG, the question would come to who has the rights for that. I think there was something that AI can claim rights to. So QR code had come down to the judge. Yeah, but if you have to take the music to a judge, you're already having to spend a bunch of money on lawyers and stuff like that, and most of us can't afford that. So it's better to just take the approach where you can keep your head down and not deal with the issue at all when possible. It's kind of like when I played Brotato. The next day, I got hit with 6 copyright claims on my YouTube channel for Brotato, and I was like, what? And I lost the ad revenue from the day before, which was a few dollars. I could have fought it, but I was just like, you know what? I'm just not going to play Brotato ever again. Hey, we res. Oh! That was so many people. Yeah, there was a few games recently that they absolutely did not have the music was saved for stream. Brotato was the one. I think Heretic's Fork was another one. Those ones I was enjoying, and I was absolutely going to play it again the next day, and then they hit me with like a whole bunch of claims, so I was like, alright, I'm done
This
streaming
won't
this
pay
game.
for lawyers, but maybe it'll pay for ramen.
Heck yeah, I love ramen.
Wheels keep turning. We keep fighting.
I don't know that lawyers are that nutritious anyway. Appreciate it.
We got it! It's going down!
Fantastic shot!
Watch the cliff!
Yeah. That's a long drop.
I was struggling to get there. Hey, we res. Making necromancers jealous since October 8th. What? I actually don't know how I died there. I had my heal active, which makes me invulnerable for 3 seconds, and I still went downstate. That was very odd.
It's breaking free!
Come on! Don't let it get away!
Together now! One last push! Today we break the claw of Jorman!
Just like that day we did it in the newbie zone. GG!
That's right! Fall down and die!
Necros heard what you said earlier and they downstated you. They downstated me?
There are always more.
Yeah, well, when they show up, we'll kill them too.
Do you still have the gift of the reward chest above the minimap to trigger chat? No. I have that somewhere. I have to find it. I have to go see you guys. See you, Deadass. What do you think of Shadow Refuge's potentially massive healing plus barrier on Spectre? Would it apply the barrier every pulse? It's been a long time since I played Spectre. Are you asking, like, what do I think about that change? Like, you're proposing a change? Or are you asking me if it does that right now? Boop, 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 boop. Nice. Have to go see you guys. See you, Nettas! I saw it was getting a healing buff. Do I still have those patch notes? Hang on. Shadow Refuge, reduce the cooldown by 8 seconds to PvP in World v World. Reduce the stealth duration per pulse from 3 to 2.5 seconds to PvP in World v World. And increase the healing pretty substantially. So yeah, it looks like, assuming this was written correctly, it looks like in all game modes it's getting the big heal buff. So, yeah, Heal Spectre might, PvE Heal Spectre might use it. I'm not sure. Did we already go through Necrom? Those patch notes are the patch notes from a few days ago. It was just came up in conversation, so I opened it back up. I don't know of any new patch notes that came out today. People can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure of any new ones. Let's see. What else is going on right now? Oh no! Great Jungle Worm. Jakar. Great Jungle Worm or Jakar? Great Jungle Worm is here. Is Guardian the most versatile for multiple roles, heavy armor? So all of the... okay, at this point, nearly all classes can do a quickness heal build, an alacrity heal build, and a DPS build, and an alacrity DPS build, and a quickness DPS build. As far as, like, Guardian's been able to do it for a very long time, but Guardian also has a ton of tools in their toolbox. So if you're asking most versatile, Guardian is definitely up there for sure. Hello, Market Chat. Hi, Evelyn. Alright, doesn't look like there's anyone here for this. Let's try Jakar. I've been trying to use it in World v World as it lets me apply a bit of damage via Venom. Getting credit for kills in World v World is hard as a support. Yeah. Yeah, it can be. It's definitely a lot easier when you're spamming Barrage on the enemy. It's way easier.
What do they say?
Let's see. Icebird Saga, Biora, Car. What? Oh, a small group. I wonder if they just finished. No, it's still going. 20 minutes. We'll see if it's possible to get there in time. I'm in a squad for Drakar on EU, if any of you fancy joining. Exclamation squad in the chat. We'll pull up the squad join command. You just can copy paste it into the game if you wish. Just to note, a couple years ago, they changed support credit for World v World. It is now easier to get credit as a kill Zerg support than as a Zerg TPS. Boon support counts toward kill credit. Yeah, you just got to get boons on the people that are hitting the enemy, in most cases. But yeah, for many years of Guild Wars 2, it was almost impossible to get any loot while being the support.
You think you can get away from us? You'll have to come out sometime.
Muck, what's your S1 on Sky Scale? I can't mount up here, so I can't check. Oh, wait, Shift 1. I think that's the button that makes you ignore ley lines or ride ley lines. I think that's what that is. And you can choose whether or not you wish to be picked up by them.
Spirits, look out!
Muck, can we have popcorn or chips too? It's French fries.
Need some help here.
I'm trying to finish my lunch.
It's stealing magic
Wait,
from the
what?
lost spirits. Ox, eagle, wolverine.
Hold on a sec.
Now get in there and cut
When I joined this squad, I got a message that says, "Don't be evil, be like water, be worthy and divine. The storm starts at 45. The construct has to be chained and stopped for the clear skies to begin. UK-US anti-terror. If you're involved, talk to me directly with no falsehoods." I think I accidentally joined a cult. Yo, I just wanted to fight a dragon. They're back. Is the dragon fighting cult that bad? I think it depends on what's in the Kool-Aid. Heavy res. I got you, soldiers! Please don't need that again for 80 seconds. You guys seen Noxxi's video of this? The guy's like, he's in the walls. He's in the goddamn walls. I can't help but think of that whenever I do this fight now.
I give up. It's back in the ice.
Get to see Babu.
You don't. You must fight. Need some help here. The magic's coming from inside that Raven Gate. Get in there and cut off.
IBS reminds me of the Noxxi and the music. I have all kinds of friends with Bram being the bad guy. That was a really good one too.
Now get in there and cut off the source. The gate's open. Now get in there and cut off the source.
Bones, get her down.
Huh, you're kidding me, right?
It always struck me as weird how that mechanic works. There's like the half circle around him. The whole room is red. Or sorry, the area right by him is red. But then at the last second, it changes so the area outside of that is red. Like it flip-flops at the last moment. Like, psych. Drakkar Law get pranked. Kind of like that Josh Triface video where he's like the boss. And he's like, what if we do our attacks, but we don't make red circles where we're going to attack? And the other guy's like, that's a crazy idea. And then it shows them standing over all the dead adventurers. They're like, wow, that was way easier.
Raven Gate and hunt down the source of the spirit magic. The gate's open. Now get in there and cut off the source.
I got the debuff unless someone makes a portal. Yay! Drakkar hit inside it and then explodes outside the radio. He's right. It's just a weird pattern. The answer is just whenever the thing is about to light up, you just dodge. Wherever you are, you just dodge. Just dodge.
There. That's all of them. This is it. Everyone, attack!
Wait, what? The group leader just put a target marker on me and said follow him. Yes, on twitch.tv/mukluk. Follow me there. I'm AoE rezzing this group. He need to be protected at all cost. Oh my god. Stop. I blush. Yes, I've been promoted to cult leader. No, you Blish. I am not Blish. Nothing bad ever happened to Blish. He just makes mods now. I can't believe you would use your in-game commander tag to gather more followers on Twitch. Why do you think my main ranger is named Mukluk Twitch? It's free advertising. I did that 6 years ago. They need rangers. Hmm. There we go. Nice. Good fight. GG's all. Alright, gotta leave. It's getting weird. It's getting weird. Alright, hold on, guys. I just got a few more fries. I gotta finish my lunch. I bet that character name gives you like 300 viewers. I don't know if that character name has done anything for me ever. It makes me recognizable. I don't know if anyone's ever come to my Twitch because they saw Mukluk Twitch in game if they didn't already know who I was. Maybe it's gotta have happened at least once, but I don't have any numbers for that. There was a while where my ranger pet, his name was like Prime Sub or something like that. It was an idea from chat, and I did it for a few days. It's like getting mauled by a cat in PvP, named Have You Heard About Twitch Prime? Alright. Finish up. Hey Muk, since they're killing Heal-Like Scourge, ask ANET to give it. Okay, you already assume I have more power than I do. They don't listen to me. I did a video recently on a bunch of warrior bugs as a test. I was hoping to see that some of them would get fixed soon, and then I would make another video in the series. Since making that video, there's been no patch notes related to any of the bugs I pointed out. So I'm not sure if I should continue putting effort into that project or not. I didn't realize this was going to be an ASMR eating stream. Karma, I apologize if you heard me eating. I tried to lean away from the mic whenever I took a bite. Yeah, I stream so much. I do have one of my daily meals during the stream, and that's what that was. That was my lunch. It's 1:30 here, so usually around 1 I get something to eat. You don't know your power? I know my power. You're overestimating my power. My Uncle Mike works at ANET. He's already played Guild Wars 5. People doesn't join because Mukluk Twitch, but because the cat's name is Chip. They look for him, which leads them to your Twitch channel, and they wait till they can click on Pet Chip. I wonder if I go to Google. I'm gonna do this on the other monitor just in case. I'm gonna search Chip the cat. Oh, that's kind of funny. Apparently, it's a Beanie Baby. Okay. All right. What if I search Mukluk and images? All right, it's Boots. All right, Mukluk space cat. Oh, there he is. If you search Mukluk space cat, professional streamer cat, and there's a thumbnail from one of my old videos of Chip, whose eyes are as big as dinner plates because he's about to attack me with his tail whipping around. There we go. 2 words on Google search engine pulls up my cat. That's how you know he's famous. Also, some shoes with cats on them. Oh, I just realized there's a picture of me right here. Oh, I remember this. It was an interesting thing. There was a guy in game. It was a player, and he messaged me and he goes, "Hey, I really am a big fan of your content, and I like photography. Would you be willing to go to some locations with me and let me take some screenshots?" And I was just like, how much time do you need? And he's like 10 minutes. And I was like, yeah, I can give you 10 minutes. Guys, photography is not my thing, but I can spare 10 minutes, you know? So I'm like, where do you want me? And he told me to go to these locations, and he took some screenshots. And one of them was on that cat, that cat island in End of Dragons? He took this one there, and because of the camera angle, it looks like the cat is Godzilla. I'm like, okie dokie. Yeah, if it makes you happy, that's fine. All right. Let's see. Mogain says, I told Teapot that people as popular as you and him definitely have influence on the devs. I'm not saying the devs listen to you guys, but due to your popularity, you definitely have some influence. You're a loud voice of your community. You have a big platform / influence / agree. Okay, I agree with your statement that they probably hear what we say, right? And maybe there's a power to that. But I do not agree that I can get changes made to the game. Let me give you an example. There is a druid bug I have been reporting for 5 years. I've not been able to get fixed. Okay? There is multiple videos where I'm like, hey, this is broken, that haven't been fixed. You know? Rather than me going, hey, I would love for you guys to add, a new spider mount that can climb on walls, I'm not introducing new ideas, I'm just yelling, hey, this is broken, can you fix it, usually when I'm trying to get a dev's attention. And it almost never works for me. So, do they hear me? Maybe. Is it on their list of things to do? Maybe. Is it so far down on the list that I've never seen any of them get done? Yes. So... I don't know that my power, as you describe it, is any more than the average gamer as the end result. Because if they hear what I say but they don't make a change, does that make me any more powerful than the people they're not hearing at all? I don't know. That's a weird conundrum that I don't know if it's worth even investigating, but that's my thoughts. Sometimes it's also hard to pin down bugs. I don't know about this particular bug though. Maybe you got hurt. Yeah, maybe. I mean, there's a few funny things I take credit for, because, for example, there was a video I did, and it was called, hang on just a second here. It was called, Chasing Perfection, and I specifically remember the thumbnail. I was inspired when I made this thumbnail, you guys. Check this out. Look at that. So, this was years ago, and it was a video called Chasing Perfection. And it basically was like, I love Guild Wars 2, but it's not perfect. Here's some changes I would make. And one of the things in the video, I said, we don't have an underwater mount. Give me an underwater mount. And it was a few months later that they did the mastery that allowed the skimmer to go underwater. And I was like, that was me. You're welcome. You're welcome. You know, and the thing is I did not honestly think they made that change because of me. But because of the timing, I was claiming it. I claimed it, absolutely. But there's a lot of stuff, like I would say most of the stuff in that video. When I made this, I actually sent it, I think to, is either Grouch or Bobby Stein. I was like, hey, I made this, and it's the kind of thing that I would love for you guys to see if you have the time. It would mean the world to me if you'd watch it. And they're like, okay. And then I never heard anything back. And I think 90% of the stuff in that video still hasn't changed. But yeah, I made some attempts in the past, and then it was kind of like, I am no longer under the illusion I can make big changes made. So I try to just, I'm like, okay, they did this add to the game. I will report on that news. I will make guides for the things they make. But I don't actually believe that I can get changes made to the game. Something that is almost class-breaking, nano-fixing. Oh, what? A small grass on that area looks weird. We're on it right away. I don't know. They changed the mail because of you. True, because I think I made them look bad that day. And I don't think they changed that for everybody. I think they just changed that for partners, didn't they? Okay, so hold on, let me talk about that. So some of you might not even know about this. There's a limit in the game. If you send a mail to a person, you like compose a mail and you fire a mail out, and you send 2 mails in less than 60 seconds, then what'll happen is you cannot send a third mail until like another minute or 2 has passed. It's an anti-spam setting that's in the game. There was a day that I was live on Twitch. I think it was the day of the Steam launch, and they put me on the front page, and so I was embedded, ooh, naughty, naughty, on the front page, which I had like, at the peak, I had 35,000 people watching me. There was a moment, chat, where we were like number 5 on the entire Twitch platform above Hassan. And, you know, he'll catch up to me someday, I'm sure. And I was streaming, and I did a giveaway. And the giveaway, I had the winners, and I was trying to mail the stuff out, and I kept hitting the mail lock. And I couldn't send the stuff out. And there was 35,000 people watching and waiting 2 minutes, send 1 mail, wait 2 minutes, send 1 mail, wait 2 minutes, send 1 mail. Anyway, afterward, I talked to my contact at Net. I was like, hey, thank you for putting me on the front page this day. I ended up getting like 9,000 followers that day. I got like 6 months of channel growth in a single evening. I was like, this was amazing. I really appreciate it.
Embedded.
If I can give...
Ooh. Naughty, naughty, naughty.
If I can give any feedback, the mail lock became really annoying while I was live. And I think I was talking to Grouch, and he goes, Muck, no less than 3 other employees who were watching your stream came and stuck their head into my office and said, Grouch, we got to do something about the mail. So apparently, like, a ton of people at ArenaNet were watching the stream, and they kept going to the boss and were like, dude, this looks bad. And so I believe that did lead to them removing the mail lock for at least partners who do giveaways often. I don't think they did it for everyone because it was an anti-spam measure, you know? It's to help combat against like bot accounts and things like that are spamming people. But like, yeah, so that was, I guess, one change that happened as a result of me. You do have power. Yes, I do have power. For affiliates? I'm not sure. So like, okay, look, if I could wave my hand and make a magic thing happen, I think the mail lock should be removed for anyone who has a paid for expansion. If you have paid for any expansion, I think you shouldn't have the mail lock. But that's just my opinion. I don't know all the stuff they know. They apparently still feel necessary. I feel like it's necessary for free-to-play accounts because you can abuse that. But if you've paid for an expansion, I feel like you shouldn't have it. But that's just me. That's just me. Here he is, Muck, destroyer of inboxes. Yeah. Essentially, you're telling us we made bots to spam you? No. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Muck, can you call Guild Wars 2 for me and tell them the newborn turtle hatchling does not appear in the homestead, but only in the home instance? Can I call them? Yeah, just do beep, beep, beep. Yeah, hey, Bobby. Freaking Thornberry noises. Oh, I haven't done the Wizard's Vault thing today. I need to do that. You know, Bobby Stein at ANET specifically told me that he and his wife cackled at the videos that I did where I pretended to call him, and you hear the like Thornberry guy like babbling in the background. They really enjoyed those. Let's see. Aetherblade Assault. Oh, I love Aetherblade Assault. Let me see if that one's still going. Don't lie, we know you have ANET speed dial. No, last time I talked to ArenaNet was actually yesterday. I messaged one of them, and it was after the whole Nike thing and the Darren's thing, and I was like, look, I'm doing this. It is allowed by Twitch TOS. This is what I'm getting out of it. It's on a, you know, and I told them the whole thing. And I said, they're painting this in a really bad light. These videos came up. Lots of people saying bad things about me. I fear that they are going to try to, like, weaponize this and send you messages trying to get me in trouble or something. So I want you to hear it from me. This is what's happening. And they replied, they're like, understood. Thank you for the notification. And I was like, okie dokie. So I just wanted to jump on that because I could totally see them doing that after what went down. But that was the last time I spoke to them about anything. I was pleasantly surprised they responded in one day. Usually if I send them a message, it takes a few days to hear a response. Okay. No, not Soto. That one. That one. You know, I just realized, like, there's a lot of metas I do for fun. That's what I'm doing right this second. I don't know that there's any Soto metas I do for fun. What do you guys think about that? Like, the Secrets of the Obscure metas in the 3 zones there. Do any of you just do those when you want to just, like, chill, or do you go somewhere else? Like, they're fine, but I definitely didn't add them to my mental list of favorites. Mainly, I think it's just the fact that every single one of them, you end up with a cloud of sky scale wings flapping in your face, and I don't like that. I think that's the reason I don't do it. Soto method's bad. I do Taquata like that. Those metas are far from chill. I only do the for XP at the moment. The first meta of Soto, taking the tower's okay. So the Skywatch Archipelago. I like the onion farm. You friggin' onion farm. I like to heal people in a puddle as Druid on E-Park. There is a lot of healing to be done on E-Park. The first Interneos meta I do sometimes, not because it's fun, but because it's fast. I've been doing POF events with so many people this week. I still have not succeeded on the final Neos bosses. Don't do Amnitos for the health of my CPU. I don't like them. The only reason any of us do Soto metas is to get stuff or Legi armor. Yeah, friendly reminder that if you wish to, you can park characters at the treasure chest in Soto, and the materials from the treasure chest can be traded for the things you get from the meta. So, like, a month of being lazy and logging into those treasure chests for 10 seconds a day will basically get you a handful of metas done because of the transaction. Now, if you're trying to get the stuff, like, whatever the reward is very, very soon, you know, obviously you're not going to have the patience for that, but it's an option. Like, all through Soto, I had one character parked at a treasure chest in each of the 3 zones as they were opened up. So I essentially get metas done every few days for that. What chests are these? If you do exclamation daily, they're shown in the, actually, wait, I'm sorry. The daily video might have been made before Soto. You know what? Hold on. I will show you. I will show you. Does this character have the Soto map? Yes, he does. Okay, so real quick. Right here on this island, there is a big treasure chest that never moves. I have an alt parked there, and they get Skywatch Archipelago resources every day. In Amnitos, there is a cave. I think it's here. Like, you fly down and you fly into the cave from the side of the cliff, and there's a cave in there, and there's a treasure chest. There's 2 spots, and the treasure chest moves between them each day. I don't know why, but I have a character parked there, and I get that each day. And that gives me the resources for Amnitos every day. And then in Interneos, up here, there's a bunch of floating islands, and there's a chest on one of them, and it moves around, so sometimes I jump on my sky skill and I have to move like 10 feet. But there's a chest here that gets me Neos materials every day. So it's just 1, 2, 3. And with the mastery, you know, when you go to open the box, you have to do that mini game where you hit like 2 buttons, and it's just 1, 2, and then it opens, and then you're done, next character. And so every, I don't know how many days, but every X days, I can take those resources and trade them for like a meta item if I wish to do so. So it allows you to kind of like very slowly, 10 seconds a day, work toward Obsidian Armor if you wish to. Mike, do you have any Guild Wars 2 vinyl? Like a record? No, I don't. I have a few cool things, but I don't have that. I have, where is the, hold on a sec, Guild Wars 2 Partner Eternity. Eternity Lamp. Hold on. It's not in this room. Wow, I cannot find it. Okay. Mukluk. Trying to see if I can quickly find this. I can't find it. Anyway, somewhere in the recesses of my Twitter, which it would take too long to dig for it. I don't want to spend any more time on it. I have a lamp that looks like eternity, like the sword. And then it lights up. It was given to me after I had been a partner for 2 years. So I've got that cool bit of Guild Wars 2 swag. It's in another room right now, but that's one of the cooler things I've got. I've got a Ritlock Funko Pop someone sent me. Funny enough, he was decapitated. When I got him in the mail, his head was not attached to the body. I super glued it on. So his head is very firmly secure now. I made a tourniquet with twist ties to hold his head on while he was being reattached. I bought 30 times 3 pouches or whatever they're called for a new Leggy armor simply by doing what Muck explained earlier. Yeah. It's a slow but steady process that just takes a few seconds. So if you don't like the metas, you could just do that over time while working on other things. I watched Muck's video for the Beehive chest, parked in a bunch of alts there, and then made it an account daily instead of a character. Oh, I'm sorry, Thunder Angel. I had some people ask me if that was account daily or character daily, and I was like, oh shoot, I forgot to check that before I made the video. I don't know. So I did not say in the video which one it was, but didn't mean to fool you. Ritlaw keeps losing his head, so it's canon at least. I mean, it's not that bad. Let's see. Give me one sec, chat. I'm gonna check something. Okay. Okay. Just catching up on some DMs. All right. All good, still sub-monthly. Love your content. Thank you, dude. Appreciate that. Right now we're just waiting on the... Is it the Eastern group? Yeah, the Eastern group over there to finish their thing. And then this gate should open. There's a Naos chest in the 2/3 of the map around a rich ornament ore, which I parked character at. A rich enrichment ore? You mean like orichalcum? So there's a rich ore vein next to a chest. That's cool. I didn't know about that one. Hey, Mick, I'm surprised that not many people will wait if people just took their time for legendary stuff. They want it would save them more time. I mean, it depends. It depends on the player, right? You know, if you've got kids that are playing the game, you know, they want to just like tear through these things. When I say kids, I mean like, you know, teens. They want to tear through these projects as fast as possible. Adults, you know, that might just have an hour or two to play after work each day, if that. You know, if they do a long-term project, it can take months. So they're just like, oh my god, this game, what the hell? You know? So it's just going to be, everybody's got a different perspective. Hey, Mark, my wife and I recently picked up Valheim. Just curious, do you still play it? How far did you get? Valheim. Valheim was a fun game. I played it when it came out. There's a playlist for it on Mukluk Plays if you're interested in seeing my first time in it. I played it, at the time, there were 5 bosses. I cleared all of them. I cleared the whole game. Since then, they've come out with a few expansions or DLCs. I'm not sure what the proper terminology is for it. There's the Mistlands, and there was something else. Someone can tell me in the chat. I have not played those. So maybe at some point I'll revisit it, but I have not played those. I'm at year 5 of upgrading my ship in BDO. In BDO, I spent a month farming materials to make the only ship that, well, I don't know if it's changed, but at that time, the only ship that you could make solo that didn't require a guild. So it was like a tiny ship with just like 2 cannons on it, and I was very proud of it. So took it out on a few cool outings. Are you doing any giveaways soon? There will be a Guild Wars 2 themed giveaway tonight. I'll go through the giveaway vault and put together some good stuff. Atmok, which character of yours has the most inventory slots, the one you play the most? Yes. I mean, like, I've got a bunch of 32 slot bags, right? And I can move these bags to other characters, but, you know, I've got the most slots on this one. So I've got, what, 448 inventory slots on this character. My engineer, who was my main for, like, all of End of Dragons, has, like, close to this. And my Necro has some, but like none of my other characters have more than like the basic starting bag slots. Because they're expensive. 32 bags are expensive. So it's just like the characters that were my main for a time, I upgraded their bags. If they were never like my main at any point, like my Guardian, I never really bothered. I did that ship too, and then they made it obtainable via questing. Seriously? Dude, I remember, because there was a thing you could do in BDO. There would be like a daily bonus. And if you accepted it, you got a buff for 1 hour that like doubled your XP gain and loot gain. And so basically each day, I would spend 1 hour, I put on some music or YouTube, and I would spend 1 hour farming with that buff, and then I would log out for till the next day. And I did that for like a month, and chopped down like a whole forest, and then I was able to make the boat. BDO combat was so good. It was a fun game. I really loved some aspects of it. I will say it was very fun for me as a player. I don't find it great as a streamer. I'm not a huge fan of the game when I'm like when I watch BDO streams, I get bored. Does that make sense? Like, and now everyone's got different tastes, and I'm not knocking it if you like to watch it. But I like to play it. I think watching it is very dull because everyone's just farming. So it was not something I ever did on stream. Actually, I think I might have tried it on stream briefly, but it didn't stick. Which classes were your main throughout the game? Shoot, we just talked like 3 different games. Okay, if you mean Guild Wars 2, at the beginning, I made a Sylvari Necromancer. I don't remember deleting it, but I did at some point because it's gone. My first max level character was the Human Engineer that's still on my screen, that's in the dancing video. And my wife had a Human Mesmer, and we played together. And then later I tried Asura, and I'm like, oh god, these guys look so derpy, I love it. And so then I just started making Asura characters. And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna try all the classes and see which one I like love the most. I kind of ended up on the Ranger the most, so the Asura Ranger I played the most after that. And when I came back to the game later on, which was 6 years ago, that was after Heart of Thorns and Path of Fire, I pulled up this character and I used a name change contract to change his name to Mukluk Space Twitch, just as free advertisement because I was trying to learn streaming at the time. So this character is actually, I think I made this character before my 5-year break, so I think this character is close to 10 years old. But the oldest character I have is the Human Engineer. What clicked with Ranger? This is going to possibly sound weird, but it is the honest to God truth. What I decided to do was take every character I kind of enjoyed playing, and I wrote down, did I like playing them on land? Did I like playing them in water? And did I like playing them when I was downstate? The 3 different forms of combat in my eyes. Downstate, of course, there's not many classes you enjoy while downstate. However, Ranger, they can get back up pretty easily. And on water, I actually love Underwater Necromancer. Anyone else? Dude, I love throwing swarms of vampiric shrimp at people. It's so stupid. Anyway, I love Underwater Necromancer. They can tie like tombstones to people and sink them to the bottom of the ocean. All kinds of crazy crap. But some of the other stuff I didn't like. They have very low mobility. I was playing the game at a time period that there was no mounts, so their mobility was, and it's still kind of dookie. But they have mounts now. But yeah, after going through all the classes, I decided the one that I liked the most in all forms of gameplay was the Ranger. And it got even better when they added druids to the game, because I liked playing support. So I was like, I like pet classes, I like support, and what the hell, they made it something that's both of those. And then Mechanist was that same feeling again. Meanwhile, I started with Ranger main because I played Hunter and WoW. That's totally fine. It definitely, I would say if someone tells me like, hey, I used to play WoW Hunter, I'll be like, Ranger's the closest to that. But if they tell me like I used to play Paladin, I'll say Guardian's the closest to that, but it is not the same.
So I play by its rules.
I started with Ellie because I made Ellie in Guild Wars 1. Yeah, that's true. There'll be a lot of people that came from Guild Wars 1, but it's definitely going to be different. Like, I liked Guild Wars 1, didn't love it, it was fine. And it was the reason that I tried Guild Wars 2, but Guild Wars 2 is the one that really got its hooks in me. And there was other people that were the opposite of that. There was a lot of people that loved Guild Wars 1 and they hated Guild Wars 2 because it was just so different. They're like, this is not what I liked. I'm kind of feeling that a little right now with, to a lesser extent with Dragon Age. You guys seen all the stuff for Dragon Age Veilguard coming out? Like, I am absolutely going to play it. I'm very interested to see the continued story with Solus and Varric and all of them. However, holy crap, the game has changed. Like Dragon Age Origins. There was Dragon Age Origins, and then there was Dragon Age 2, and then there was Dragon Age Inquisition, and then now there's this. And it is just a very, very different game now. Continuing the same story of a game that's completely different. Veilguard looks great. Oh, I'm definitely going to play it. You will see me playing it. But it's also makes me, it's kind of bittersweet, you know? Because Dragon Age Origins, we just did a replay through last year of every single Dragon Age game. And DA Origins was just so good. And it's like a shame that they've just like completely giving up on that. I will say it's kind of funny that the, dude, have you guys seen how the Kunari will look in Veilguard? It is an absolute train wreck. Oh, people, oh, sorry. People in my squad were whispering me. I was like, what? DA changes each day in game. I don't like it. It feels iterative in a good way, but it's a departure from traditional gameplay. Yeah.
If we break those gyros, that should break his shield as well.
I'd argue Veilguard is no longer an actual RPG, but fantasy action game with RPG elements. From what I have seen in trailers, I would say that your description sounds accurate. Based off, you know, purely the early looks that I've seen.
Focus on the gyros. That should help us destroy his shield.
I think it depends on how much emphasis it puts on the story still. When I hear fantasy action game, it sounds like story takes a bit backseat. Yeah, it'll depend. It'll depend. We'll check it out. Definitely from what I've seen, they need to fix the art style, though.
It's no use. We cannot hurt him unless we break that charge of his.
I'm gonna AoE res right here. Go on, boom, 5 people, boom, 5 more people. Oh my god, love the 10-man res.
In accordance with Legal Code 7, Section 14, I'll coordinate returning.
Alright, so let me see if I can find this. Dragon Age Kunari. Alright. So... Oh, it is perfect. Here's a side-by-side. Okay, I was just going to look up Kunari and find some separate pictures to show you, but I found a side-by-side really quickly, okay? This is the Kunari in Dragon Age 2. This is... this is Veilguard. They have these, like, giant Klingon reject foreheads, and it's just like, oh my god, what the heck? Let me see if I can find them separate. Let's see, Dragon Age 2 Kunari, Dragon Age Inquisition Iron Bull, who was the main Kunari there, Dragon Age Veilguard Kunari. Alright, hang on, let me make sure all of these searches are safe, because you know how the internet can be. Alright, Alright, yeah, I think this is fine. Okay. Alright, so Dragon Age 2 was the first game where they had the Kunari with horns. Let me give you guys some examples. There's this guy. There's this guy. You see, there's like a lot of wrinkles, and it's like the face is like carved out. Like these guys are just like walking masses of muscle. This was like the main one, and some of the others are behind him. Okay? And then in Inquisition, the main Kunari you meet is Iron Bull. Iron Bull is this like 8-foot tall monster of a dude. And this is him, and this is what he looks like. Alright? And Veilguard, we've got this, 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 so yeah, I'm not really fond of what they did to the Kunari when it comes to this. I'm not really fond of that. They're only showing off specific things, so CC. It's true, they are. They are. But they showed, you know, before like Inquisition and Origins came out, they had these awesome trailers that showed a lot of characters, including the Kunari. Now in Dragon Age 1, the only Kunari you ever meet is it Sten? And he's, they kind of, what's the word? They kind of went back on the Kunari design between 1 and 2. So like Sten in the first game just looked like a really tough human. And Dragon Age 2 was the one where they had horns. And Dragon Age 3 stayed pretty faithful to that. And then Veilguard is just like, what? Like they're trying to beautify them. And it's like if someone was trying to beautify Tolkien's orcs or something, it'd be like, what? Why? Why would you do that? They're supposed to look dark. Maybe they're different Kunari. Yeah, maybe. If I'm playing a fantasy game with different races, I don't want to play human or human plus. Human plus. They look like they took metahuman and slapped on some horns. Yeah, I don't know. But we'll see what happens. I guarantee I'm going to play that. Like just to be very clear, I'm not like, oh, I'm not going to buy it because it ruined Kunari. No, I'm going to play it. It looks fun. It's continuing a story. I'm interested in continuing and seeing what they do with it. But just like the art I've seen for the Kunari, I'm like, why did you do that? Jacked and well-stylized demon people versus the Mega Mind tieflings. Chat, just to share something that's on my mind right now. There was a scene in Dragon Age Inquisition. You could choose different party members to take with you. Like you had maybe like 8 people, 10 people, and you could choose 3 to bring with you, so you had a team of 4 people. And they would talk to each other. And there was so many interactions and conversations they had in the game. There was this one character named Cole. Cole was, I'm just going to say he looked like a young man. There was more to him than meets the eye, but I'll say he looked like a young man, very socially awkward, but he was a rogue. He was really good at killing people, all right? And there was one moment where he's talking to Iron Bull. Iron Bull is that guy who's like 8 feet tall with the gigantic horns on his head. And he's like, why did you name your name Iron Bull? Did your parents name you that? And he's like, no, I chose that name myself as my mercenary name. And he goes, but why did you name yourself Iron Bull? Your horns don't look like bull horns. They look like dragon horns. Your name should be Iron Dragon. And he's like, shit, that's way better. And it's like, this kid is like this tall, and he's like way up here, and he's just like, dang it. I'm like, oh my god, what have I been doing? It just completely threw him off. That is a fond memory of mine from Inquisition. That and the word he yells when you fight the dragon. Do any of you remember that? There's a scene where you're fighting a dragon, and he's like, let's go! And he yells something, like in another language, like Loktarogar or something, I don't remember what it was. And later on, you get the option to talk to him in private, and you're at a bar, and you're like, what was that thing you yelled during the dragon fight? And he's like, oh, that. Well, that's a Kunari thing. Loosely translated into your tongue, it means, I will bring myself pleasure later while thinking back on this moment with great respect. and I was like, You said that fighting a dragon? And he's like, when else would you say it? And I was just like, bruh. Oh my god. Yeah, dude, the writing. If you've never played the Dragon Age series, highly recommend the Dragon Age series. It is such a classic. Those scenes were in Inquisition, which was the third game. PG stream mug. I was vague. Cole and Bull had some of the best dialogue in the game. Bull was an amazing character. Absolutely. Lloyd says, Mug, what made you change mains from Ranger to Engineer at the time? It was when End of Dragons came out, and they just got Mechanist. I was really itching to try it. Mechanist, like Druid, was a pet class that could also be a support, which are two things I loved, and by God, they had them in the same class. That's really rare. It's really rare that I play an MMO, and there is a support build and a pet build, and they're the same character. So I was like, I gotta try this. So I did, and I played basically Ingi through like all of End of Dragons. And it was a lot of fun. But then when Soto rolled around, I was itching to get back on my Ranger again. So but basically, I made Ingi for like a year. With great respect at the end. Yes, with great respect. All right. Chat, you guys have been absolutely awesome. Thank you guys for a wonderful morning stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. A few plugs on the way out because I am out of time. If you happen to be new here, hit that follow button on Twitch, like and subscribe if you're on YouTube right now. These are links to my 2 YouTube channels if you want to see all the videos I make. Be sure to sub to both of those so you don't miss anything. And a very special thank you to our dear patrons. They keep this channel alive with their support. I could not do this without them, so a shout out to them right there at the end. And with that, I am going to drop a raid on someone on the Twitch side of things, just to support another content creator. Let me see who is live. I am taking suggestions. I would like to meet some more of these people, but I really, really, really don't want to drop a raid on someone that's just like, I don't know, a nasty person or something, I guess, because it's happened before. I've had raids that I gave someone like a raid, and it was just like, ugh, afterwards. RTO TV is awesome, but I did raid him yesterday. So, like, he is Mukluk approved. The other folks in here, I don't know if I know any of these. If any of you have, like, any here that you really enjoy, shout them out. Just check. I wanna drop a Shiver, Linux shoutouts. If only Laura was on time. I have not actually seen Laura online at the time that I'm logging off in, like, 3 weeks. Like, it has been a while for sure. It has been a while. Later, Muck Jack. See ya, Bluebell. Homora. Oh, shoot. Homora's live. Okay, wait. I know Homora. He's good people. He is in my chat and talking with folks all the time and being super nice. So I will rate him. I have no idea that he's a content creator. I don't even know if I knew that he streamed. But I'll drop a rate on him and show him some support. Alright, so I'll see you guys on the other side. Hit the follow button if you like them. If not, just leave silently, you know, be cool. We all like different things. I'll see y'all there. Y'all have a great rest of your day, and I will be back tonight for Guild Wars Tuesday and the evening giveaway. See ya!
Oh my god!